Everybody, welcome back to Retroverse,
Hello!
where only good things happen.
Only good.
Sorry. Spoilers.
I'm sure everything will be just fine.
Yes. When we last left off, well, what didn't happen? You know what? I think I'm gonna do the Aya thing, and everybody roll me a d6.
Oh. 6.
I don't even have any
Is that
dice.
good?
You'll see.
Oh, hell.
6.
Full horseman.
Jesse, what
Well, at least
happened
I'm not
last?
Sorry?
What happened
Oh, what
last
happened last?
session? Yeah.
So what happened last, I had done a runner, got up to the surface, started singing her heart out. The other 3 went forward to go seek out the dire unicorn. We encountered what appeared to be an elf boffin, like a little scientist guy. He tried to sass us and stop us from taking the sword. Verm wasn't having that shit. He tried praying. That didn't go so hot. So then he just said, fuck it, pulled the sword, and then things got really serious. And we found ourselves fighting some eldritch abominations. And at the very end, we were all very, very unhappy and jumped backwards into the grid,
Yep.
which brings us to this
Yeah.
point.
They.
Oh, yeah, and when we pulled the sword out, we accidentally pulled the plug on the entire city, so all of Automa is dying. So there's
Yeah,
that.
that's the thing.
Yeah, because
Also
the
that.
the city was getting power off of the beat dragon Zord. That was.
No,
I
Yost is
realized
going.
in
That's a bad infrastructure design.
Yeah.
Terrible.
From everything you know, the entire city is powered by that one source.
and I'm just saying, I realized this during the week. Poor Gyro is somewhere in the gosh darn caves, shut down and all sad and shit because you guys let him go alone.
Maybe, we don't know. Maybe he's got like a battery
Meanwhile,
pack.
at the club, yeah, this is awesome shit.
Maybe he's fine for a while.
Well, if my, mother's, beholder robot shit broke down, I don't think his, 2 batteries are, still working.
Meanwhile, at the club, there's just Jack Black with that Saxa jam or whatever it's called, and just everybody just going with that silly little MIDI preset music that's going.
God damn it.
God, I love that video. Anyway, so, on the other side of the spectrum, Hertz abandoned her party, but maybe not the nicest words to say for it. She ran away because of multiple reasons. 1, past trauma. 2,
You spared them.
yes. 2, you guys just ran into a big horror show, and she just got the biggest spook that she's ever been spooked. And she was like, nope, I am out of here. You guys are way better. She also has much personal dilemmas that she has. Maybe some
Oh, and she
confidence
left us
issues.
that letter that made me cry.
So,
I literally messaged Aya after that, and I'm like, I will fight you.
you may or may not need to post that message on Twitter later, like the full letter.
I wanna keep it a little suspense,
Yeah. I mean, after all of this is blown over. Anyway, so she ran
Did
off.
you just sneeze your headphones off again?
No.
Quick, don't give him black pepper. Anyway, so the Hertz ran off. She went to go back up the elevator that came down in to escape the city, and it turned out them sawing their way through all the security and forcing the doors open was able to give the army outside of the laser dragons an opening to the inner sanctum of the city, and it turned from a sanctuary to a cage.
Hellscape.
Yeah.
Not for nothing, but if 3 adventurers could saw through the defenses well enough to be able to penetrate the city like that, then I don't think the army would have had too much harder of a time without our help anyway.
That's possibly true. I mean, who knows? The deed is done, and it's happened. And while all this fighting's going on, she runs into a bunch of laser dragon soldiers, gets away from that squad, hunkers down for quite a while. I was going to say, like, that was like a long rest. And then that's when she went into the middle of the fray, completely presented herself to both sides, trying to serve as a huge distraction or who knows what. But she is out in the open. She's got that field of the noise static, I guess, like some bass reverb going on. Yeah. And she was playing song when this special unit from the city came in and started shooting lasers out of the top of it everywhere, going nuts. And when all the power went out, not only did the power go out to the city, but it also went out to all of the synthetic robot humanoids that were fighting, and also to this flying beholder mech. I'll just... yeah. Where's that picture? Should be an overlay. Oh well. You'll just have to take my word for it.
It looks really cool.
Power is off. The only light that you can see, Hertz, is from the glowing of your clothes and from the just really bright beam coming from the middle of the city. It's bright enough that it's actually giving low light even from this distance to everything else.
Okay.
Almost like a really bright full moon in a way, you know, like you can actually see like shadows on figures. And popping out of this beholder mech is this middle-aged lady with a tight ponytail. So, what does Hertz do?
She doesn't do anything. She just kind of stands there, like mid-chord, like yeah. She's not moving. She's not doing anything. She's just kind of standing there.
The lady pulls out a little sidearm as she seems to be trying to defend herself at the ongoing laser dragon army that is fast approaching, as most of her units are off. You notice not all the soldiers were robots, but they seem to be at a great disadvantage, like any of the tech they had kind of turned off for at least a moment. You're not quite sure. The power starts to flicker on ever so slightly as you hear the hum all around you. It's like maybe backup. You're not sure. And she screams to you, "Play."
She is like astounded by what she's hearing. It's like, right? And then she'll like she's gonna play.
She now uses this mech as cover. She goes to hide behind it, and she's just using her little pea shooter laser pistol.
She like shakes her head, and she's gonna like run towards that towards the robot, and she's gonna jump on top of it and like play it, do it.
Okay.
She's gonna.
As you're running up there, a few laser rifle shots going towards you. Ooh, but they miss. And as you get to the top, you can give me a performance check.
Okay. God, okay.
Before I know your result, what do you play?
I think it's like a like a really rock ballad kind of thing. It's just instrumental and a lot of like electric guitar sounds, but that's like she's not saying anything at all, but she is playing like a really wicked like guitar solo.
Okay.
And I got a 17.
As you're playing your song on top of this, you feel in the air the beats of the universe resonating with your performance. And you notice the lights flicker on the machine underneath you, and they seem to light up to the beat of the song itself. And as you notice, the lights go from that, and it just seems to expand outwards as you're starting to play. Hasn't quite reached the city yet, but it seems like your music is powering it, at least in some way. And this lady immediately takes advantage of this and does like a somersault back inside, and like the front face casket closes, and it slowly starts to move and get up with you on top of it.
Okay. I hold on.
Give me an acrobatics check.
You got it. Oh no. I got a 9.
Give me a dexterity saving throw as you start to slip. And you land face first on top of it and start to slide downwards.
Still 9.
Okay. It's not high enough in the air yet that you would have taken damage, so you just like fall off of it. But do you continue playing your music like when you get up?
Yes.
Okay. It goes to shake for a little bit because that momentary pause where you fell, so you couldn't really play. But as you continue to play your song, and Garfield decides to be a little menace as usual. Yeah. You're in this now. You're in the Retroverse now, Garfield. We
all know he's the real mastermind.
Yeah, he's our Asmodeus of Retroverse. It goes to go up, and then you notice some of the robots that were laying on the ground that weren't sundered outright by the laser dragon soldiers, the ones that just go over and shoot them while they were down. They go to like twitch, and they go to stand up, and they move with your song.
Oh my god, okay. Yeah, I keep playing. Louder.
Give me another performance check.
What the hell is happening? It's so high! These are different dice, I don't understand.
That's true.
Uh-oh.
These are different dice. Oh god.
Alright, we'll be getting those two back shortly, I think. So I'm not gonna change the cam just yet.
I'm so tired of this. What's happening right now?
Oh, they didn't witness it. It didn't happen. You can roll again.
Everything's Garbo. Okay.
You can roll again because they lagged out. I'm just making up an excuse. Go ahead, roll.
Okay. Oh, good. That's great. Okay. Yes. I got 23.
Oh wow. Okay. So you start off like really slow and awkward. You're like that ice skater that like when they go to land, and they mess up. They kind of like fumble for a little bit after that, but then after they get their game back on, they do a lot better.
Yeah.
And
I mean.
Whoa. Hey Jesse, do you know what's going on?
Do I know what's going on? What?
with our two buddies here? Because I don't have Discord on. I'm not sure if they are sending anything.
They appear to be. Go on. Let me go check Discord.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, so it's like the bridge on Danny, Don't You Know? I agree with that. Oh, I think we're getting them back.
Hey! Hello!
I have to switch some people around, but that's all right. The
You're back.
Welcome. She got a 24.
23.
23. Sorry.
Still pretty good.
Mm-hmm. And just moving the overlay, don't mind me. As the music continues to resonate with you, you notice that the city starts to glow and light up along with it. Have you seen Interstellar 5555? Okay, the whole intro to it is One More Time. If you've seen the music video for Daft Punk, that has the same artists and animation studio for Sailor Moon, the 90s Sailor Moon. I'm pretty sure.
Leiji Matsumoto. I don't know about the animation studio, but the design and everything was done by Leiji Matsumoto. He was the godfather of space opera in the 70s and early 80s.
Yeah, it's
So, like Macross
it's beautiful.
and
but
Irresponsible Captain Tyler and Pirate Queen Esmeralda.
the whole city's lights brighten a little higher than they should on the beat, but you just see like it spread through the city and eventually gets to this white beam you see that goes from the center of the city that goes straight out of the dome, and the beam itself seems to actually widen and pulse with it. Your song. When you hear a dragon roar,
I'm like, oh, good, they did it.
and a familiar laser dragon with a warrior on its back flies towards you,
Dang it!
and you see the lady in the mech go to shoot lasers at it, and she misses with all of them as they are
Oh
very
my God.
agile and are a very fit team that work well together and are filled with BS.
If they get near me, there's the wall of sound that will fuck them up, so...
How much will it F them up? Does it sound like that? Does it sound like squeaky toys, but it's like a bajillion of them at once?
If you ever watch Power Rangers RPM, it's like that sound that the speaker monster makes that keeps playing over and over again and makes me want to scream every time I hear it. But it's that sound. Yeah, so they all have to make a Constitution saving throw or take 6d10 damage.
Oh wow. Okay, so
It's a very powerful spell.
what is your DC?
It's 15.
15. Well, they both failed.
Okay. Alright then. Let me just get a quick base thing.
As they seem to bounce off your wall of sound, take all that damage, and awkwardly land. And as they do, you hear another roar, but this one sounds a lot more synthetic. And it actually matches with the notes you're playing. It's almost like an auto-tuned dragon roar, where whatever the notes are on your song, it's matching with it as it's roaring.
Awesome. 29 points of damage to both of them.
Oh, okay. The helmet on the rider blasts off. You see the laser Dragonborn face.
Yep. I'm just like...
And you see behind you the beam of light seems to turn into a draconic shape. Nice. And it flies from the center of the city towards you. And as it's flying towards you, also pulsing to the beat of the song,
Okay,
we go to the rest of the group.
Okay. Okay, here we go.
What did you want to do? We can do one more thing. What are you
No,
thinking?
it just looks freaking epic.
Okay. Meanwhile,
Yeah, go ahead.
the rest of the group, here's like the...
Meanwhile, at the whole of justice.
Meanwhile, in the grid.
The rest of the group just hears like...
Demonetized.
Yay! Kudos to
Yeah,
them for like 2 seconds of audio. You guys are
We,
flying through space, and you just see like your perceptions of how the stars and stuff looks is skewed and warped as you just feel like you're going through like a tunnel, like
so
a
I'm
very
pretty sure
tight,
Verm and
narrow
I can
tunnel.
see each other since he actually yanked me in, but can we see Yost? Or is he already where we're going?
He's probably really far ahead. I'm gonna start with him.
Okay.
When Yost eventually, like, it seems less like you're moving and like everything else is moving instead, because you don't feel movement at all or pressure or anything while you're moving. It's kind of disorienting. It's like falling in reverse as you're just and at rapid speeds, and then suddenly you stop and you recognize being on the grid. That's probably your view, actually. What is Jesse's guy right there? That or the TARDIS, like, you know, it's got like the tunnel thing he goes through.
Yeah.
So.
And
Slam.
you just see this endless plane of grid. You remember only seeing it once before when you initially got your powers.
I've died. Well, unfortunate, but everyone's time comes to an end at some point. Wish I left more back home.
You notice Sir Barksalot is not with you.
Well, that's unusual.
And you are also not in your Go Ranger outfit.
Oh,
You're in your casual attire.
oh, I feel naked, exposed.
What do you do anything?
I start walking.
Okay. As you start walking, you notice your footsteps seem to ripple like you're staying on top of water. And your feet are like skipping stones.
Hello?
Hello? No? No?
Yeah. Unexpected to see, like, past rangers and stuff in the afterlife.
Life.
Huh. Huh.
And at that moment, Verm appears.
Oh shit! You died too?
Verm, you see Yost just maybe 30 feet maybe in front of you as he's just wandering forward as you arrive.
Ooh.
I don't think you've seen Yost unmorphed, actually. You
No,
see
yeah, I
a
was gonna
Xenon Dragonborn in front of you.
Ah.
I'm so shiny.
His chrome really stands out in this this vector grid of purple and orange and green.
I don't remember dying. I remember grabbing Visca and getting the hell out of that fight. Speaking of which, where is she?
She's not here yet. Maybe she survived and only you died.
Still don't think I'm dead. She was the worst off of the two of us. I don't look really hurt at all. Like, I might have a scuff on my arm or somewhere, but I'm okay.
I mean,
Hello?
I would have done, except
Hello?
I'm apparently not morphed
I hear a
either.
voice.
Is anyone there? Did you guys
Oh.
hear it echoing way in the distance?
Yes. People call me Yost. Who are you?
Yost! It's me,
Yeah.
Mr. Cage.
Oh, damn! You died too?
I don't think so.
Oh. Okay, guys, this is pretty deep in the grid.
Let me ask. No, my ancestors say I'm not dead. You guys know
I was going to
that.
ask if you're speaking to your ancestors. Isn't that normally a sign you're dead anyway?
He's a Saren. They talk to their ancestors all the time.
They do.
Yeah.
He's the only Saren I know, and he never talked to me really. He was more concerned with Hertz.
Yeah, he's kind of hard to get to know.
Player.
Oh, nobody loves the bass player.
I love him. Shut up.
So where you at, Mr. Cage?
I think I found you. Been following your voice? When suddenly he seems to, even though you just see this plane of endless void, he just seems to, like, fade into existence within about 100 feet of you guys.
Whoa.
So if you're not dead, you enter the grid at the command center? Or are you
No,
sleeping?
I went and got that, the Zord from that, the top of Mount Nevsky. That,
Okay.
Good work.
that Kino Ipa. The flaming pterodactyl thing.
The Aerodactyl. Yeah.
He's so salty about it.
It's a perfect pun name they missed. Anyway. I mean, I can appreciate the Hawaiian naming. That's awesome. Kudos. But they missed a really good pun.
Get over it.
You notice that he is also in his casual attire, and by his casual attire I mean he's in his 3-piece suit with his like little earpiece and everything.
Huh. You know?
But he doesn't have any weapons on him, and you notice none of you have your weapons either.
I wasn't aware civilians could access the grid like this.
I gave him the coin and made him a ranger.
Meanwhile,
Wait, does that mean...
Visca, you come to a stop, and you feel like you're free floating, like you're underwater, but you're breathing just fine. You can give
Does
me.
it look like I'm underwater, or am I just in 0G?
You're just like 0G.
She's like, oh
Parts
God,
of you
I want
that
a
are-
girl.
You don't smell or taste anything that really gets your senses, and you notice that besides maybe your own blood, as you see, like it's just seems to free float and then just like fade away pretty quickly. Give me a perception check as you look around.
Oh God, first roll of the night. I'm scared. Which of these dice do I trust?
None of them.
No. Oh, that's not terrible. That's a 17.
You notice as you look up and to the left ever so slightly, on this plane of grid, you see both Verm and Yost, and they appear to be upside down walking on it. And when you quickly realize you're the one free-floating, possibly upside down at the moment. You're maybe a few hundred feet in the air. Or
I try to
wherever you're
start air swinging toward them.
at. Give me
I
an
notice this?
intelligence saving throw.
Oh, that's really good. That's a 17.
You start to move towards them, and Verm and Yost can give me perception checks.
Ooh,
Wait,
starting strong
Would it,
tonight.
just be would it just be their passive? Since I'm literally coming from out of their
Well, they're
It
looking
roll.
for
periphery.
Look, I got a 27, okay? Let me have this.
They are looking around for me, though. That's right.
Well, in that case, it's passive percent. Oh, I'm kidding. 27? You're right.
Yeah.
Okay. What do Yost get?
24.
Nice.
Upgrade. Yes! The upgrade helped my vision.
He wore glasses before, but now he's like, yes!
That's
Yeah,
why he
Verm-
can. That's why he can never
Upgrading
see.
his eyes like a chameleon now.
That's why he can never see shit because his reading glasses don't fit underneath the visor.
Oh.
Everything makes sense now.
He can't just install a prescription in the visor?
Yeah.
I'm
You,
just imagining a Dragonborn with like really awkward glasses.
Oh. Now I want to see that.
Love it.
It's Verm's baby pictures.
you guys go to look around when you notice the grid itself seems to change, seems to morph around you. When you go and look up, you see a bunch of animals of various kinds. And they seem to be both flying and swimming and walking just everywhere. They're almost like ghosts. They're like spirits. They have a wireframe look to all of them. Like they are made from the grid that you're standing on and just came out of it. But they're on the plane above you as you're looking up. You notice one of them, a big wolf-like creature, seems to be prancing towards you. It's about a few hundred feet away. It's got its eyes on both of you as it's running right at you. But when it's running, it's almost like a dream thing where it's just like the motions are kind of slow-mo.
Strangely hypnotic. Hopefully this is the right wolf. Just waiting.
And when it arrives to you, Visca, you fly at them at crazy speeds, faster than you didn't know you could fly. So this is just unexpected in general.
Yeah, I just barrel into Yost.
Oh, jeez.
It feels since you have a lack of true perspective here, and everything's kind of like flipped around, and it's all weird.
Question: Am I still wearing my pointy ass spiky armor?
Do you go to look?
Yeah.
You go to look down, and you realize that you have actual canine paws.
Oh.
That's a different kind of thing that I was expecting. Still gonna pounce on you,
And then you look down, and you just see, like, your fur everywhere. No armor or anything.
Oh, who's a good Sir Parks alive? Hey, who's a good?
Totally naked. Nice.
Hey, wait.
Yeah, when I barrel into him, does
Who's
he
a
see a
good lady
wolf or?
Parks alive?
Suddenly the universe is blinded. Takes too much psychological damage. Gains madness.
Listen, you guys had a lot of sexy jokes while I was away. I have to keep up.
True, we did.
You get really close when you realize you thought you were kind of far away, and you just realize that you're just really huge. So this huge size wolf spirit thing comes right at you guys.
Yeah, it looks adorable to me. I'm still gonna bounce on him.
She seems... Oh, okay. You see this huge size wolf creature go to pounce you. She's big enough to get both of you in one pounce.
15 on my athletics check.
I'm just gobsmacked and not even going to take a reaction.
Yost is thinking this is the spirit of the lunar wolf, Sir Barkslot. So I'm just like, cool.
Also, you are aware of how dangerous Sir Barkslot can be.
Yeah, but he's my buddy. He never hurt you.
Roll me a normal melee attack, strength based. Why not?
Would it be that, or would it be athletics, since I'm trying to pounce on him?
Which
Well,
one was
I think a
fun?
pounce would be an attack. I mean, it is for panthers and stuff.
Well, it's the same for either, so that's a 12. I think he probably dodged me.
Okay, he goes to dodge you, but you're going straight. You still should have like hit Verm or the ground at least, and you just keep going. You phase through both Verm and the ground.
Do we feel anything from
No.
that? Like, no tingly sensations or nothing?
You probably actually hear her in your head go, "Ah!" She goes to stop.
Yeah, I'm like, Yost, I fucked up! What happened?
I felt some static in my head. There's something trying to come through. Anyone to figure it out? Damn.
Open your
psychic-
fins.
This huge wolf spirit, you can now hear that it's close enough. You hear Visca's voice coming from it.
Am I still just sailing past?
No, your intelligence check was so good, you have like perfect fly. So you just like
okay.
immediately stopped yourself.
This is
Just like midair, just like...
She's technically like halfway in the ground at your guys' perspective.
Oh.
They did not
Question.
preamp when they do the.
Question. So it occurs to me that I had wolf paws, and I'm closer to Yost now. Can I see my reflection in his scales?
Probably.
No.
His-
Because he's
Get
not
the
wearing
food.
the suit.
You're huge size and he's medium size, so that'd be like a hand mirror size, I guess. You could
see a
your
nose.
reflection.
Yeah, as long as it's like.
You see white glowing canine eyes in his reflection.
Yeah, but I feel like I'd realize, oh, I'm like way bigger. I'm like,
Yeah, that's pretty immediate.
I don't know what happened.
Huh, unusual. Maybe this is what happens when someone has a coin
I'm probably like
With-
walking around in circles trying to figure out what the fuck is going
actually
on.
being a ranger, maybe?
As you faded through the floor they were in, for that brief moment that you looked, your head was through that side of the grid, you just see a bunch of what I can only describe as spirit animals just going everywhere.
Do we see one that looks like a spider?
You see a few that look like spiders.
So, anyway,
Yeah.
we're in the deep grid. Not the dark grid, the deep grid. The dark grid, you don't go to. Oh, you don't want to go there.
I have no idea what you're talking about. Like, this is not what I read about in, like, the books of Alpha Z.
Most people, like, for most of my life, I enter the, I guess you could call it near grid, where it intersects with our basis. This is deep. There's nowhere where you go when you dead. But according to Mr. Cage here, we not dead. Well, at least he's not.
I like go to
think he
point,
is.
but I've still got like a dog paw, so it's just like. Yeah.
When you go to point, you instinctively point with your nose.
Oh god, I'm
And your
adorable.
ears
my
go
God.
down and back, so you could do like
That
the
is-
pointer dog thing.
That is more adorable than I was thinking it should be. I'm having some weirdness going on in my head at the
We
moment.
all know that Yost is a kinky boy. We know this. This is already established. We got it.
Yes. That is something, Yeah, anyway.
We're busy here.
Visca, give me a Constitution saving throw.
Cool.
Oh, you
Can't
pointed
handle
too
the-
hard. You sprained your tail.
Let me take care of that for you.
I got a nat 20, so that's a 28.
What form do you want to be?
I'm gonna go with normal Visca for now, just because everybody seems weirded out by it and I'm confused.
You see the huge wolf Visca glow white, and then just like while it's in
I imagine
solid white.
myself clothed.
Oh yeah, of course.
Good save.
It goes to shrink and it turns back into Visca in casual wear.
You can do that?
What you wearing?
Apparently,
Her eyes are
Right.
still glowing white though, and they have like a
I
light
just-
trail coming off of them.
I just like focused on it really hard.
I said it might be that she has the coin, but is not a official ranger. So it might be
But what
distilling her
about-
to a spiritual version of herself.
Or maybe she's just amorphous.
I thought he was a,
Mr. Cage is right there.
yeah, but I didn't think
I
he was a
deputized
ranger.
him.
Oh,
I officially deputized him. I never did that to you. I just gave you the
Oh.
coin.
Way in the
damn,
distance,
alright.
Sorry. How was I supposed to know we're going to go to the deep grid?
way in the distance in the grid, you see someone else moving really quickly on the grid.
Boy,
Hertz?
it's dead people today.
Is that you, Hertz? You're
with your-
going fast.
With your guys' 20 plus perception checks, you see they appear to be writing, like surfing on a keyboard. And it's this yellow humanoid figure with pointy ears and a small nose. You immediately recognize it as a Gith, Zerai. And he's
Whoa.
wearing a red headband. It's tied backwards. And he's wearing a blue leather jacket and blue jeans. And he's just like through the grid. Way in the
Okay,
distance.
that hurts.
Are we gonna stop him or just?
If you're in the grid, you belong in some way. He could be a ranger from another area.
He's as tiny as that airplane is in the sky for you guys.
Oh, that's adorable.
Yeah, don't know. Anyway, Alpha Z, Anybody?
Coming out from underneath the grid, a dragon's head pops up, and it's like a wireframe dragon head.
How big would you say compared to us?
It's not that big. It's like a horse size dragon.
Oh, okay.
Hey.
All right, I can deal with this.
And it goes and looks at you. That looks at your crew. And then it looks up and it flies out of the ground into the grid up above you and disappears into it.
What kind of dragon did it look like?
You're not sure.
Dragon or?
What color?
There was no color to it. It was the same color as this grid.
Oh, it's the grid.
Well, we should start
could follow
walking and
it.
see what we can find.
I think if you try hard enough, you can fly.
Just believe.
That's sort of what I was doing when I was
do that thing, like young Michael and Peter Pan, where he like grabs his squints really tight and just tries to get it off.
Give me an intelligence saving throw.
Those are his worst kind. Why would you do that to me?
An
It's a
idiot.
17 anyway, so.
Hey, that's exactly
Thanks,
what I
guys.
got!
He may be an idiot, but he can still fly.
I like to think Visca the whole time, this is the ground you're on right here, right? She's like this, off of it. She's not touching the ground. She's kind of flying. And then Verm also goes to fly into the air. Which direction were you trying to go? Like straight up?
Yeah, just basically, he was thinking on it so hard that he's just going to go and just to start shooting straight up, and then he'll come back in like a long, wide loop as he figures out how to control this thing. And then when you hear him, he's going to be like, it's going to be like the Doppler effect. He's going to be like, it's awesome.
I turn to Visca.
Your guys' fly
Don't think I've
speeds.
seen him quite this happy in a while.
I don't think I've ever seen him this happy.
He's starting to do like loop-the-loops and like making
I think-
crazy straws in the
I
sky.
think the last time I saw him this happy was like the little, the robot people in the base.
The who?
The little, robot dudes.
It was actually the beach. He was
Oh
actually-
yeah, the beach
Oh.
before everything went to hell.
I wasn't around at the beach.
Oh, that's right, you weren't there.
Wink,
No, I
wink.
was thinking, no, the, oh, I can't remember what they're called, the little machine guys.
The Modrons?
Good, yes, the Modrons.
Anyway,
Just so you-
was kind of
Just so you know, both Verm and Visca, since you both got the same on your check, are moving at 85 feet movement.
Holy shit!
That's really good.
I assume. I'm like, I've never been this fast. I'm faster than Hertz right now.
You are 5 feet faster than her.
Your speed is 80? What the fuck?
Well, if I dash.
Yeah, they're not
Oh,
dashing.
okay.
They're not dashing.
Verm's gonna remember something he saw in an anime once, and he's gonna try and find the guy, the Gith on the Keytar, and he's gonna try and put an intercept course. And when he gets a bearing on him, he wants to try and do like the Dragon Ball Z go faster, where just the corona gets bigger.
I thought he was on a surfboard.
I thought it was a keyboard.
He was
Yeah.
surfing on a keyboard.
Oh, okay. So we were both right. Cool. Okay.
Now whether that works or not is indeterminate, but that's what he wants to do.
You try flying towards him. The rest of the group just turns into dots behind you.
Oh,
Well, he's gone.
come on!
You guys just hear, cut! Because he's just that fast. He's just gone.
Should we follow or?
you guys can follow. I got some commuting to do.
You notice he's moving faster than you, Jesse. This guy
Oh.
on the keyboard is moving faster than you.
All right, then I'll peel off and go back to them.
Okay.
So I get down into a kneeling position and I'm just like, Alpha Z, we're in the afterlife now. But more importantly, there's a city that we kind of took the power supply from. Is there anything we can do to help them? It's your boy Yost.
Yo, what up? Yo, boy.
Hertz has taught you well.
He has like a floating, small size eyeball He's just like, yo, it's your boy Yost on Witch Prime.
He knows me well.
Anyway, so
Oh, bless.
as you say that, you hear Rangers.
Uh-oh.
Hear anything?
I look up, look around.
Coming out of the grid, both below and above you, the grid seems to merge into one form, and in front of you, you see a humanoid form that's probably gargantuan size. You're not quite sure. Very android. Nah, actually more cyborg looking. And he's big and he's blue. At least at the moment.
Dr. Manhattan, nice to meet you.
Oh, pants! Pants!
Do we see this?
Yeah.
It's a
Oh, okay.
gargantuan blue cyborg.
Well,
we see it.
You
it's the
immediate-
spirit world. It might be visible only to you.
You don't know how, but you immediately know that it's Alpha Z.
Oh. I'm going to land.
You go to land, and he just moves his hand like this. And your guys' grid that you're on moves to Verm's feet.
No.
Whoa.
I just like sit cross-legged on floating in the air.
I'm doing that whole fancy kneeling that you
Tail
see.
waggling like,
Yeah, that's me.
Can't
I'm going to take a knee. And just, like, he's going to bow his head and just, night style, just not come up until he's told to rise.
I feel a little silly after that, and I am gonna bow, but I'm still just sitting cross-legged.
Tail still wagging.
With the tail still wagging, yeah.
Can't control it. Can't control it. That's how I always know when she's lying, when she says mad or not. You mad at me? Yes. Yes. Tail wagging. Mm-hmm.
Rangers, I have noticed a disconnection I've had with your crystal sphere.
Yeah, darkness has been corrupting it. I've been
Yes.
doing my best, but
Radicule.
yeah. And they calling another one calling himself Darth Laser now.
Yeah, I think he has help.
An old foe of mine who killed my team. Thought we killed him. Huh, I was wrong.
With their combined efforts, they were able to suppress most of the grid from your crystal sphere. But with your brave efforts,
Is that the name?
The dog has a squeaky toy.
I like to imagine.
in the background getting like really like.
I like to imagine like Visca's trying to be proper and stuff, but she still has that canine instinct. And you just see her with like a squeaky toy in her mouth, and she's like,
Put that in my pocket.
it's like a squeaky
What do I do
newspaper.
when I'm stressed?
It's like a squeaky newspaper roll thing or something.
It's a rubber duck.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Oh no!
Oh, there we go.
Okay.
And he says, now that I've, thanks to your work at getting the Prime Zords back, I have made a new connection with you. These are your new recasters. As he presents 3,
Visca, stop it.
and one of them goes to Mr. Cage.
Ooh.
Run, Garcia!
Verm will take it and bow over top of it and say,
You
thank you
know,
all.
you know these are recasters, but in Visca's eyes, she just sees like floating sparks move towards you guys.
Mhm.
What does Verm want his recaster to look like? You know that you're on the grid. The grid is all about morphing and changing. It kind of goes by your will. So whatever you want the recaster to look like, or whatever you want it to be, like maybe a helmet or something, or a belt, it will be that.
Yeah. He is actually going to will it into the shape of a slightly oversized belt buckle, like big enough for his wide-ass belt. And it's going to be the wolf spider logo from his chest armor. but smaller. And there's going to be a new shade of color for each one of his companions. And the outer rim is going to be a keyboard layout. So with like piano keys all around the perimeter.
As you're bringing it into existence by your sheer willpower, you notice that as it's floating towards you, fading in is the spirit of this ridiculously huge and mechanized spider, as it's handing it to you. It seems to be holding it in front of it with some kind of weird telekinesis powers.
Oh, goodness
Now
gracious. So yeah, definitely taking that. And he's going to put it in the place where he expects his belt buckle to be and try and just will it into merge with his clothing.
It just goes like ting, and it just like is there.
Cool.
Yost, what about your recaster?
Yost thinks to all the stories he's been told the centuries, and he thinks to try something. I'm going to attempt to merge with it, so that I'm one with the recaster.
Ballsy.
So essentially, instead of having to pull out and do all these things, I just transform when I need to.
You notice
Take a new
forming
level.
around the spark that is your recaster slowly makes a humanoid form, and eventually it takes on this visible form as your master. Everyone else can see this, so can you describe what your master looked like?
A giant rat.
He's really fat, and he's just sitting.
I was thinking that.
Let me bring up my notes, see what I had. Well,
It'd be cool if your morpher's like a tattoo or something.
oddly enough,
Are you-
beyond Omega and my team, I didn't have the mentor written down.
Okay. Your mentor is a Wunari, a moon Wunari. And you notice that he has the lunar wolf outfit, the one that you had originally.
That was the replacement.
And he, as he floats towards you, his heart seems to be the spark itself, and he's kind of translucent. He goes to grab your hand, and you guys do like the predator handshake almost. And he goes,
That's
and
I am
as that happens, he fades to white, and he seems to go into you and absorb into you.
glitch. Download.
And
Love
you,
it.
this is all happening at once, like all three are going down. And you notice the third one going towards Mr. K, Mr. Cage. Would he go Mr. Cage or Mr. K? I think he would go with Mr. Cage.
K was a C.
With
Yeah.
a C.
But
You-
there was a Dr. K. You're going to confuse us.
ugh.
It seems to, the spark seems to ignite into a fire, and then the fire itself seems to spread out and turn into this big pterodactyl-like creature. And as it gets up to him, it just like it flew towards him, almost like this is just purely for cosmetic reasons. And it came to him, and it just like this little sphere of fire in his hand.
Cool.
And as that happens, everybody gets their new Henshin abilities. Now,
Sweet.
I've already talked to the official writers and illustrators and all that for Retroverse, and this is going to be a revised version of the Go Ranger class. It has 3 subclasses to it. So, Verm is now the Henshin with the Mechalord subclass. Yost is the Exemplar subclass. And Mr. Cage is the Spellweaver subclass.
He's a magical girl.
He transforms and does the little swirl and stuff. The old bulky guy.
That is amazing.
It's perfect. That's who I want as my dad.
Do you keep your outfits the same?
Mine is going to take on a little extra gold trim. It's going to basically line up with the Lycosa 2.0. So kind of like how Iron Man's armor had like those revisions to it. His is still going to be primarily that black and red, but it's going to have a little extra gold trim on it. And the belt buckle is going to be that same recaster.
And for Yost, is it going to be that the blue-robed common
Trench coat
rider?
thing?
Yeah.
The upgraded one?
Yeah.
Maybe. Give me a few seconds to think.
Oh, like the one with the dragon wings? Oh, especially because you just got the beat dragon.
Well, I haven't seen the beat dragon in a bit. Yo, where's the beat dragon? Well, we've only seen 2 of the original Zords.
It's true.
There's 5. Where are the other 3 spirits? You had one. I had a second. Oh, and Hertz had the other.
She gave it to Verm.
So,
So he has it.
question.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm not questioning this. I'm saying, what are we going to do with these other things? Do we do morph? Do we need to find wielders? Guide us, Alpha Z. Please, humbly.
I'm gonna reach in my pocket and see if I still have the coin for the. What was it? The wolf bat?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we still have to do that.
She goes to reach for the coin, and when she goes to pull it out of her pocket, you notice her eyes don't get the spectral glow anymore, and now the coin has the spectral glow as she takes the coin in her hand.
I suppose we still have to find the others.
It's
Do we know where they went? I'm looking to the big ol' humanoid-looking Alpha Z. Because when we saw them, they just left, and we haven't been back to the last base we were at yet. Was that the first base? Was that like the core central one, or?
so.
From what you guys know, the Crystal Shrine was the first.
Yeah. So, like, did they go back to the first base, or?
That is correct.
So right now, I just thought of something slightly more important in the immediate.
We need to save Autonoma.
We need to save Autonoma and our friend Hertz. She's there somewhere. We gotta go retrieve her. Alpha Z,
As
what do I need to do for you to
when you
have you help us?
when you guys look away from Alpha Z and talk to each other, and then look back, you notice now there's just a wall of grid, and a face seems to be coming out of the wall of grid, which you also recognize as Alpha Z.
I mean,
So he just changed his form. He's still there.
it's some morphic grid. I mean, kind of expect stuff like that.
I won't,
Yeah,
I won't have you
changes
guys
the
do
only constant.
religion checks just because, you know, you're the class. He doesn't have a specific form he stays as. He's essentially the morphing grid you're on, technically. This is just kind of like an avatar.
But yeah, Great Alpha Z, we need to save a city, or at least the innocents of the city, and our friend. Anything you can do to help us, or I mean, what do I need to do?
I'm just sort of like,
Believe in yourselves. And fight the forces of evil with attitude. And as he says that, the face turns into a beat dragon. A very big beat dragon. And it's like a Zord beat dragon.
I'm just like
And it
tapping
flies-
Yost on the shoulder.
And it flies towards all of you, and it seems to merge with you, and you're just like free floating inside it as it continues flying straight through the grid. And as it flies through the grid, you just see a flash of white light, and all of a sudden you are coming into the city from the dome center, and you're flying towards this ridiculous light show you see in front of you as you see this weird human head mech with eye stalks and shooting lasers everywhere. But more importantly, you see a very familiar glowing outfit of Hertz as she is playing songs, as you know she does.
Okay, so I was away a little bit. Can you describe what the scene it is that she's got going on? It looks like.
She's literally like at the middle of a war zone. Like there's obviously spilling through the elevator. Was this from the outer wall? I guess from the inside, you see the laser dragon forces coming, and the Atama forces were coming from the city itself at the center.
You ever seen AKB0048? Well, check it out, because it's idol anime space opera Gungam fighting. It's great. But it's that. There's a lot of weird shit happening.
Probably the first thing you notice is before that you weren't really getting any sense of touch when you were in the grid. The second you come out with that flash of light, you feel the reverberations of this beat. And you could just tell from the peripheral of your vision, there's just like light that just like pulses with the beat as you're inside this Beats dragon. And you notice the entire city. You see the entire city and the Atama soldiers down below. All their lights and everything seems to be going to this song that Hertz is playing.
Question 2 and 3. Does she still have that wall of sound up?
Yes, she does. But you are
we
not
outside it?
You guys aren't going towards it. You're like going towards the battlefield.
Oh, okay. I thought she had the field up, like surrounding the battlefield or something.
It's like square around the building that she's on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And then the other question is, do I see a big ass dragon, like the one that we fucked up at one point?
Yes.
Cool. Yeah.
And you all fade back into existence, seeming to fade out of this Beats dragon spirit thing, and you all, like, if you want, do a superhero landing as you all land into the field.
Oh
yeah. I'm like tapping the dragon one, and I'm just gonna jump off, and as soon as I land, I'm pulling my sword out.
So cool!
Verm is going to land with the morph glaive already out, and he's going to hold it out behind him in that long, the long, slow stand up.
Oh my god! We got a Power Ranger intro.
Mm-hmm.
I feel so blessed.
Behind all of you,
Never had this.
behind all of you is an explosion. You're not sure from what source.
Yeah!
And the Beat Dragon
It's
seems
feedback
to
from the-
shrink down
Yeah.
into a smaller size. It was like gargantuan. It was freaking huge. This is like a B-17 bomber just flying in, and it just shrinks in. And it flies, it turns around and flies towards Hertz. And Hertz, you see
hell no.
this silhouette of this dragon-like figure as it dropped off. You think you're friends? You can't tell. Their outfits are different. What the heck's going on? And it flies straight through your wall, seemingly unaffected at all.
Bet she runs away at first.
As
rude.
it hits you,
Think about it. She's
That's
like,
fair.
yeah, and next thing you know, this dragon just flies straight at your face. You're like, gonna be like, oh shit.
coincidentally, as it's moving closer to you, the smaller it's getting, and by the time it gets to you, it's medium size. And it goes, and it just like, you're just covered by a flash of white light.
Okay.
And after the white light fades, you notice your outfit is completely platinum, and you have speaker wings at the moment.
Oh, yes!
So cool!
You have this weird otherworldly sense of the entire city. You got like Batman Dark Knight, where like Morgan Freeman had that special thing where, you know, you use sound waves so you could cover the entire city. You feel that like right now. Like you feel everything.
I think she one-upped your blind sight, buddy.
I'm not mad
At
about
least temporarily. And as this happens, everybody needs to roll initiative. overwhelmed by divine power. You don't know what to do.
Like, what the shit is happening? What's happening right now? I'm so sparkly, yes!
Oh,
Like
my
you,
initiative is an 8.
I think you and Yost tied.
I mean, you just recovered from a superhero landing, so.
My knees. My knees.
I mean, you-
No, I mean Yost and Verm tied.
Oh, I think, does Verm have better decks?
Have
I have
+3.
Yeah, I've got a +3.
Okay. So Verm's 8 the greater.
No, they both have a +3. So roll off, I think.
Oh, here we go. Alright. Super dramatic duel time. Rock, paper, scissors.
That one.
Oh, never mind. Okay. I guess Kevin goes.
You get distracted by the shiny, you know?
Show shine.
What is Hertz's total after that one?
4?
4? Okay. Of course,
Wow.
of
You
course,
did not do good.
my bladder has betrayed me, so I will be back really soon.
Okay.
Don't worry, we'll keep going without you.
So, like, when he first described the dragon coming closer and closer and getting smaller and smaller, I imagined it appearing in front of you the size of, like, a fairy dragon, and realized that would be the cutest shit I'd ever seen in my life.
That would be adorable.
What? I'm sorry, it broke off. What did you say?
When he mentioned the dragon coming in and getting smaller and smaller, I imagined a beat dragon the size of a fairy dragon, and that is the cutest shit I've ever heard of. Have you seen a fairy
Imagine
dragon?
something like this is happening right now.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yes. Speaking of which, everybody, give me one color you want to have in the belt buckle representing your character.
Or blue, or unless Verm wants blue, then you know, pink.
Just stole my blue.
Everybody forgets Verm. Yeah, whatever. Don't.
You can have.
You
yeah,
forgot
you
me
could have,
so
like-
hard. You used the wrong name.
Wow. You just called him by the wrong ranger.
What did I miss?
She called Yost Vern.
I'm so sorry.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
I always do this.
I was wondering.
I called
Yeah,
Yost
it's
Verm
very-
again.
God, this is sorry.
Oh,
I'm actually like
boy.
so upset right now.
I super relate. I do that with names all the time.
I always pictured Verms as more of like of a dark royal blue, and Hertz as a like bright neon blue.
You
Yeah.
just did it too.
Fucking Christ! No, I didn't. Fuck me up. She fucking made me.
Oh, blame it on Aya.
Yeah, she did it first.
fuck.
Our boyfriend. Yikes.
Yikes. And I haven't even slept
Right?
my interview or anything.
Everyone's like, I'm just like. But Yost is
Christ.
cool. He'll let other people pick the color.
Stop.
And this
Whew.
is purple.
Anyway.
Okay, so
That was rough.
no, that's Visca.
Ah.
Who, by the way, got the highest initiative at a fucking 10.
10. Cool.
So, yeah.
So
That's gonna be
coming
fun.
down with the superhero landing, you notice
I know.
Mr. Cage seems to be
Okay,
wearing
I see.
an outfit that seems to be constantly on fire, and he seems to have a cloak made of fire behind him. They look like
Rad.
they kind of like wings folded backwards.
Hot.
True. It is.
And since he goes first, you guys notice one, that laser dragon from before. Two, Verm's brother on top of that dragon. And
Giggity.
three, possibly countless number of soldiers behind them. First thing Mr. Cage will do is
Oh no. Are we still wounded?
no, actually. I should have mentioned that.
Thank Christ,
You are.
because I had 12 hit points.
You'll notice as you land, you're exactly as you were before, Visca, except you are completely healed.
Thank God!
You feel like you, all of you, have taken the equivalent of a long rest.
Oh, thank God, spells back.
Yeah.
Everything back.
Yeah.
Yay! I'm badass again.
And, he pulls...
We're always badass. In my heart.
Oh.
He pulls out his, great axe. And he runs towards the crowd of, laser dragon soldiers. And you hear him, in a loud booming voice that goes out 300 feet, do a battle cry as he casts Thaumaturgy.
Hell yes.
And I'll roll his intimidation. Yeah, he shook quite a few of the soldiers. When I say quite a few, I mean like the first 30 in front of him.
Shooketh.
Yeah. So that's his turn. It's Visca's turn. I'll say you're within a move distance of the dragon,
Okay.
who still has the rider on its back.
Where is the dragon and this army in relation to Hertz?
You see Hertz is up on top of the building behind you.
Okay, is she protected by her wall?
And there's
Or
a
is there, like,
there's a wall around her as she's up on the top of the roof.
Okay, so she doesn't. I don't have to worry about enemies going to fuck her up.
And you see a big beholder mech in front of her as well, and it's shooting lasers and stuff.
It's shooting lasers at the bad guys.
Well, at least the laser dragon ones.
Cool. I'll deal with that later. I don't know what that is.
What is your passive perception? I think yours was really high, if I remember right.
Mine is 15.
15. You do just barely see within, like, it's got like a T visor on this beholder mech thing. You can just barely make out like a humanoid figure in there.
Okay. I'm assuming that's a friend, because I know there are at least a handful of people in the Resistance here. Yeah, I see a dragon. I'm gonna stab me a dragon.
Hope Yost hasn't been drawing too much on our armor design if I'm getting upgrade.
Oh no!
I was hoping you guys were like, and we keep the same looking outfits. But
Mine's only like a color shift. Maybe. I'm looking it up now.
I'm gonna run at him. I'm casting... Go on.
maybe now your outfits are what he's drawing.
Oh.
I am casting Wild Smite on myself, and I'm gonna attack him with my key sword.
Are you attacking the dragon, or are you going to try to attack the rider?
No, I'm going after the dragon. I'm leaving the brother for Verm.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. 24 to hit.
That is definitely a hit.
Fuck him up. Cool, now I gotta look up what the shit Wild Smite does.
They look like they're already injured, like they hit a wall of some kind and fell.
They hit a wall of Hertz.
Oh, that's what it should be called. It should be called the Hertz wall.
Okay, can I say that I'm still running with the momentum of the jumping off of the dragon? Because what I rolled for it is, oh, well, he needs to make a wisdom save first.
Wisdom
Or
save.
else it doesn't matter.
17.
Oh, that's a pass. The spell that I had, if he had failed, he would have been pushed back 10 feet and knocked prone.
Ooh.
It's a big-ass dragon. He still does take an additional, plus 1d6 necrotic damage, though.
Nice. Since you definitely
Still.
know it's immune to the radiant.
Oh, it's completely immune to the radiant?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I didn't have a bonus action to cast it, though, but whatever.
Well, I was just thinking from your key sword.
My key sword, I think, was still radiant, so I'll just ignore that, and next turn I'll use my bonus action to switch to necrotic.
Okay.
Oh, that was terrible damage. Fuck me.
I mean,
9 damage.
you're in the middle of a war zone. I don't think that's appropriate.
Time and place.
Yeah, 9 damage.
I mean, unless you're Hertz, I think she's the only one that could possibly get away with it, maybe.
That's fair.
Alright, so...
I'm sorry, cut out. What did you say, Robert?
Okay, so she was like... She rolled minimum damage, and she's like, oh, fuck me. And I'm like, this is not the place. I don't know if you heard that either.
Nope.
You'll see later.
You'll see
guess.
it in the after. We'll
Yep.
clip it for you.
It's fine.
And on that note, it is Yost's turn.
Alright, so. What goes around? Now that everyone's had a turn to basically beat shit up.
Within move distance is the dragon and its rider. And a little bit further away from that is this oncoming wave of laser dragon soldiers. And probably surrounding all of you are all these synths and Automa soldiers and stuff. They're probably like right behind you guys. Maybe 100 feet above you is this mech beholder thing, like straight above.
One of the attacks for Henshin, you didn't quite give it a range from reading it. It's a 10 by 30 foot area, but I don't know if that's directly around me.
Well, tell us what the
Or-
ability does so you can try and figure it out.
Wave.
Yeah.
Sounds
I
like
know
a
what it-
The wave functions like tidal wave. That was Alpha Z just pops out of the ground. He's like, yes, I'm working on this recaster. You got to do little tweaks here and there. That actually
Can I do
functions like
tidal-
the spell tidal wave.
Can I do that all the time?
And
Give me
tidal
one
wave,
second.
it's 30 feet wide and 10 feet out away from you. So that's
Alright, so it starts at me and goes out. Okay.
yeah.
Oh, I'm like, I have this spell for you.
Could you make it 30 feet long and 10 feet deep?
Yes, if you want.
Cool.
But it has to keep those dimensions specifically.
Depends on, their mood.
I mean, if it gets that wide, I think you get a problem.
Okay, so I'm just looking at
Oh, he sent pictures of the updated.
Oh boy.
Oh no, my brightness went to shit.
That looked cool as heck.
Oh, yeah. Can you Discord that to us?
It's in the Retroverse chat in
Sweet.
Discord.
Okay.
Thanks.
So there's the laser dragon. How far away is that from me?
Within move, so you can just move right up to it.
Alright, so I'm gonna try this. So I run up, jump, and attempt to hit him with... Do I have to declare my special move before or after I hit?
I would say before.
Okay. I'm going to attempt to gravity kick him.
Okay.
24?
That definitely hits.
Alright, so you just see me, like, hit my foot against the ground, and, like, all these, this magical energy, just kind of, like, forms around my foot, and I basically run and kind of do, Guile's flash kick, and I'm just like, gravity kick! And he needs a... saving throw? No? Hold on.
What was the full name of your move?
This is Galactic Kick, and the other part was...
What?
Where are you?
Galactic Kick Wave?
No, the, I was thinking of my second attack. I get two.
Okay.
Because I changed the name. It's the one that gives disadvantage.
I like to think when Alpha Z shows up for these little tweaks here and there, he's just like is a blue face. He's just like next to your shoulder.
Okay, so the save is only for the Moonhound part. Because it's an attack roll. Okay.
You have one called Moonhound? That's amazing.
It's the closest one to mine. So he needs a save versus...
Totally did not have you in mind.
No saves. Okay.
Yeah, you hit, it does it.
Uh,
If it doesn't give a save for that, the Moonhound one, it just happens.
yeah, I was working off something else and I forgot to edit, so I'm going to use my dice roller because
Ouchie, ouch.
I don't have enough d8s.
It's 48. Do you need a... I have a
11 d8.
Wait, what?
It's his level.
So he...
Can you
the
only
dragon
do that once, or...?
just took... I have so many spear points, and these attacks cost X amount, so I can only do so many times.
Yeah,
Okay.
But the dragon just took...
It costs him a lot, to say the least.
Alright, so 59 damage, and has disadvantage on all attack rolls into the beginning of the next turn.
Nice. Okay.
So I basically just do like a flip kick, and I'm just like, BAM!
Roar! Impossible! Ah, and sparks fly
so
everywhere.
it's essentially increasing the gravity around my foot, so it's basically like hitting him with a singularity up the face.
Behind you, as you say your move, there's just like the silhouette of like a wolf howling at the moon.
Yeah.
So badass.
Oh, one other thing.
Because it's a special move.
Just a small, I'm not sure if you still allow it, but...
Alpha Z's head pops up, yes? Yes, Ranger.
Dramatic entrance. It probably should have activated when I rolled initiative, or does it activate on my initiative?
What does it do again?
Basically, wisdom saving throw against all foes who see me, and if they fail, they
What is your
can only
DC?
take a move or reaction on their turn.
Fuck, you guys
Shit,
are like...
that's powerful.
What is your DC?
It's something.
It should be 8 plus something.
It's 15.
15?
I just had to go off my streak.
Of course, Metal Dice of Doom aren't having any of that. So they got 16 and then a nat 20 for both the dragon and the rider. And I'm going to consider all the soldiers behind them are just like, what? They just fail.
Alright. That's a good test of powers. I'm thinking there might be a bit strong, but let's see how we go.
Oh yeah. Well, his head's like, yeah, maybe a little bit. Yay! Whoopsies, dropped my universe book. It's kind of hard when my head's here and my body's over there. Anyway, so his head disappears. And it is Verm's turn. This dragon looks very, very, very hurt.
Very, very, very hurt.
Bloodied, but not like single digits.
Hmm.
Maybe another hit like that will definitely kill it, for sure.
Yeah, he's
Shit. With the black rat.
he's gonna look over at his brother, and he's gonna kind of cock his head to one side, and he's gonna say, "Watch this," and then he is going to run, just dead ass at this dragon, screaming his war cry, and he is going to. When he goes in for the attack, he's going to jump up and do 1, 2, 3 swipes with his chain glaive.
Is he out in this old ball game?
We'll find out today.
A Dragon Ball Z.
All right. Hey, that's a 19. That's a 19 on the die. Is that? No. Okay. That hits. But that's hold on. Okay, 28 to hit on the first one.
Yeah.
23 to hit on the second one.
Okay.
And 22 to hit on the third one.
Fine, jeez.
All right. I need more dice.
Dice calculator, man. Dice
I know, but I don't trust them. All right, what am I doing here? I'll just roll it 3 times.
My
A
favorite.
10 and a 4.
Alpha Z's head pops up next to your shoulder for him, and he's like, I'm actually getting more dice from a Kickstarter. One that's laser dragon themed. Or
Me
neon
too.
dragon. It'll be really cool. Okay,
All right.
bye. Whoop.
Okay, so we're starting off with 12 plus 7. Okay, so 17.
Okay, so describe to me what you're doing, because from what it sounds like, you're just doing a bunch of just swipes. Are you doing like
One
a
more.
whirlwind spin?
Pardon?
You did like 3 glaive attacks, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
17, another 17. These are damage rolls.
So 12,
And-
17, 17.
No, 17 and 17,
Okay.
and then 14.
Okay.
That's all my totals.
Ouchie, ouch. Okay. And he looks like you hit him pretty hard. As you do like a whirlwind spin with your chainsaw glaive. And you hit multiple times. Well, you hit every time,
Oh.
actually. And he's like, "Ah, impossible!" And sparks are flying everywhere every single time you hit it.
Yeah.
And on that note, it is his turn. The dragon goes to fly away, and both of you get
Chicken shit.
opportunity attacks.
Can I use my bonus action to try and shield bash him? Because I still had that action left.
Yeah.
Fucking pussy.
As a reaction, because he's trying to leave.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. Okay. Hey, that's going to be a 19 to hit.
That definitely hits him.
Okay.
Do you get a critical to that?
No, that
Hey?
that wasn't a nat 19. That was 19 total, correct?
No, but if there was a crit from a 19, it would have gone off on that first 17 anyway.
Why would he get a crit from a 19?
One of our level powers actually
Oh.
gives us that.
I don't think it does it anymore.
It's either a nat 9, instead of just having a nat 20, you can also at a nat 19 get a crit.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
I was
Well, in
just
that case,
asking
then you need to
that-
add another 17 damage onto that son of a bitch because I hit on a 19.
I don't know what level we get that.
Yeah.
I was just asking because I wanted to drop the base. If not,
All right. I mean, if you want to drop the base on a shield bash to the face, be my guest.
hell yeah, dude.
All right.
It's a D6.
Is it a D6 still? Okay.
Let me hold on. Let me check. It might be a D4 now.
Mm.
That is 3 attacks.
That might be the first thing I knock down. You guys get an extra attack, but maybe not 3.
I mean,
I know. Verm doesn't want that.
13th level is when we can crit on 19 or 20.
Okay.
oh, okay. Okay, so that's not high yet.
Yeah, so it's a D6. I checked.
Okay, so throw in the bones. No.
Oh.
Oh, you tried.
Okay, but in any case, he still needs to roll an either athletics check or acrobatics check.
Definitely athletics.
Okay, well,
What is your DC?
it's actually an opposed check, and I got a 30.
A 3?
30.
3-0.
3-0.
How? You have a plus 10 to your bonus?
I have a plus 12 because I get double proficiency now with Sensei's teachings.
Oh.
Level 9 ability, you
Okay.
get it's basically expertise. So
Okay.
I have double
Perception.
proficiency to strength, and so I've got a plus 12 to my athletics check, and I rolled an 18,
I can
so
see it.
30.
You got 10.
Okay, so his ass is on the ground.
Do we still get our reactions?
Reaction.
That was Verm's reaction. You have not rolled yours yet.
Okay. So
Get down here.
20 hit.
Yep.
I also
You
got
roll
a
with
20.
advantage.
There's an advantage.
I
He's on the
knocked him
ground.
down.
He's prone.
Oh,
Or no. Are you attacking the dragon or are you attacking the rider?
the dragon's the one that moved.
Yeah.
That's the one that I
The rider is on the dragon though.
You only
shield bash the
activate it
dragon. I attack
on-
the dragon.
when you use your
Yeah.
movement, so the rider actually wouldn't
Yeah.
trigger one. Anyway.
Like
20 you said hit, so 15 total damage from my hit on the dragon.
Okay. Ouch,
I
ouch.
also got a 20.
Okay.
How
A
much?
dirty 20. Would you say that I could dump a de-fragger strike into this? Because
I'm-
it would be badass to kill it.
I'm pretty sure I've let you do that before as a reactionary attack. So yes.
Which one do I want to do?
All of them.
I mean, not all of them. That's a lot of hit points.
No, oh, I meant roll all the dice. Keep the highest one.
It's almost dead. I better kill myself so I make sure.
No, I can't. I literally can't. Like, I can. My max is 25, and I'd still be at 99 hit points.
I mean,
I love this game, Chris. Thanks.
it's hard to see through the Henshin uniform, but you sense a huge amount of angst coming from Yost.
You just did like 60 some damage in one hit. Let me have my thing. Hang on, math.
I'm waiting for the army to show up at our doorstep so Yost can just like wave stomp everybody.
23 damage.
23. Let me just make sure here. The army won't show up for at least a little bit because your guys' entrance was so dramatic. They were just flabbergasted.
It was traumatic for them.
Yes. They were just Jack Black from Kung Fu Panda, and they're just like, "Oh, it's just so awesome." Well, you guys were the panda from Kung Fu Panda, and they're just like, "We're blinded. It's so awesome." I don't know. Anyway, so it is not dead,
Oh,
but it is really close.
it can't move though.
No, it's got to use its action or movement to stand.
No, Sentinel.
No, Sentinel. It's not
Oh.
going anywhere.
Yay.
I'm gonna roll it like this. So you got your key sword, right? And it's got this crazy, goofy, over-the-top, should not work, a guard on it, right? You use the guard on its face and push downwards and deal all that damage, and the head hits the ground and grounds it as it was starting to take off.
Nice.
So that was their
We're so badass.
that was their move.
Terry, we're so badass.
That was their move action.
Mm-hmm.
Now it bites the shit out of me.
The dragon immediately looks up at you and shoots a laser breath attack at you.
Oh fuck!
Doesn't it have a disadvantage because of the thing Yost did?
Yes, it does.
But it's a line attack.
Yeah.
It doesn't need a attack roll.
Yep.
So I need a dex save, correct?
Yes, you do.
Cool. Alright, just me or
It's aiming at you.
nat 20. So a 20.
Really good to hear. Let's see. My turn to
I don't
use
like that.
calculator.
That makes it sound like he did a lot of damage.
Oh, no. Actually, yeah. Let's see.
There went the mountain behind him.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
You take only 33 radiant damage.
Oh, only. That's not bad. This is fine. I mean, compared to yesterday, yeah, no, that fucking hurt her.
As Verm realizes it just shot its fully charged laser breath, meaning it held laser breaths in.
Oh,
So it was doing it
no.
max. And
Are you fucking serious?
It just
That
flew
makes me
slow.
angry.
I'm sorry,
There's a-
I just gave the dog a treat, and I leaned down so that he could lick my face, and he burped in my goddamn face.
Wow.
that sounds like a dog.
Aim for the sandwich.
Also, he's trying to move on my sandwich.
The you notice the line just keeps going past you, and it hits many of the Optimus soldiers behind you, and it does like the anime thing where like you get the line beam of energy shoot, and then there's like a slight delay, and then there's just like multiple explosions.
Oh, I feel bad.
That's this really powerful laser attack.
How unfortunate. Oh no.
Can you guys just see his face in the bottom half?
Yeah, he looks really excited.
I'm just
His
scratching his
eyes
butt.
are really big.
Yeah.
Oh, wrong site. And Verm.
Yes. Okay, so he's going to.
No,
No,
wait.
no, it's his turn.
Oh.
Yeah, my bad.
Carry on.
He looks at you, and you need to give me an
Ugly check. Ugh is just.
Make it save
wisdom,
versus ugly.
wisdom saving throw.
Yeah, like I said, save versus ugly.
As your brother looks at you in horror.
Well, okay. That's a dirty 20. Thank you, Dice.
Dice are so good to us tonight.
I know, I'm loving it.
Oh.
Really?
Visca and Yost
How does
also
that feel?
need to give me wisdom saving throws.
Oh, cool.
Hmm.
Cool.
Oh, right. We're not immune to fear effects anymore, are we?
Sorry, it's a nat 1, so that makes it a 2.
15.
I know, Terry.
15.
Yeah.
Okay. It fires off. He fires off hypnotic pattern.
Oh.
And let's see. So currently, Visca is suffering the charmed condition, and while charmed, she's considered incapacitated.
Cool.
Like, damn, Verm, your brother's real high.
Yeah,
As he just
definitely
casts the
that.
magic version of you guys just going on a shroom trip. 'Cause that's the closest thing I could think of for hypnotic pattern.
I am at least glad that I got that one good hit on the dragon before I got taken out of the fight.
Yeah, Visca, you see pretty much like the beginning of the Doctor Strange movie, where the first time she like opened your eye.
Several questions right now, Scotty.
What?
I have several questions right now. It'll wait until after the stream.
Okay.
I think they're
believe-
magic mushroom related questions.
Oh, okay. It finally hurts his turn.
Oh, hello.
Yeah, hey. Remember?
Oh.
Team too.
I'm just drawing over here. It's fine. Whatever. I don't even know how far away everything is. I'm kind of in the back here.
I would say around 120 feet away as you're up on top of this skyscraper.
Okay.
Well, maybe not skyscraper, but top of this building.
Okay.
You feel, as you get this crazy outfit on now,
Uh-huh.
that you have a fly speed equal to your move speed.
Okay.
Wow.
It's pretty good. Alright, then she's gonna jump off the building and
sound waves emanate from these wings that have speakers on them, and you seem to kind of like hover off.
Yeah.
Almost
yeah,
like a drone, almost.
Okay, so this is what she's gonna do. She's gonna jump off and she's gonna do a mom spaghetti on the on the dragon.
All right. So is that a wisdom saving throw for mom's spaghetti? I know it's ready, but I mean.
Charisma saving throw.
Oh, his palms are sweating.
And would you consider me having how many allies around?
Um.
Well, it depends. At what point, where are you moving to?
Well, I'm going towards you guys. I'm in at least 30-foot radius from the dragon, so.
We're right next to the dragon, so.
I would say you have 3 allies with you, because Cage went towards the army itself and not towards the dragon.
Okay. That's fine then.
Let's see, wisdom saving throw. On this poor dragon. I mean, all it wanted to do was kill everybody. Let's see. The funny thing is, you have so much health, Visca, that if you would have took that full blast, you still would have been fine.
Yeah.
With charisma, what is your DC?
My DC is 15.
Okay. Surprisingly enough, it's one of its higher checks, but it fails.
Okay.
I ask this every time, but I'll ask it again. What do you say for your mom's spaghetti?
I say. It's just like a very quiet but really loud die. And I hot.
You.
Oh, one more.
Everyone hears this whisper, but it sounds like the whisper is really close to the microphone. It's like, die! But it's like really loud, and it reverberates everywhere. And it's like you're at a concert, you know, like you're the front row of a concert, kind of like you just feel it in your chest.
I'm imagining like the alien from Independence Day.
Which it was more damage, but it's 13.
13?
Yeah. And I'm gonna give hype dice to Yost.
Because
Okay.
she feels bad for forgetting his name.
No! Because he's my friend and I wanted to destroy this thing!
Your hype dice are
Fuck off!
D8s? D6s?
What are your hype days now, hun?
It's a D10.
Ooh.
With the extra beats power she has upon her, it is a D12.
Oh, shit!
More
It did
use
the
for
thing
my
to you!
D12.
As she floats down almost like a messiah. She doesn't even look like she flies, she just like hovers down. And she
And
just
Yost
whispers, die! Yeah. Yeah.
No, I didn't catch that at all. I'm sorry. On my turn, I'm dicking around in Pokemon Go, and I just got the evolved the Alolan Ninetales, and Kevin's like, "I'm gonna catch it." I'm like, "No, I evolved it. I'm sorry. I know, Terry. I feel bad for telling Kevin that making Kevin think he can't catch it. I'm sorry."
I like to think like you did your reactionary attack and you weren't even looking and you're just on Pokemon Go on your phone.
Yes. Yeah.
And
Really.
let's see what Cage does.
Sit down.
Cage would like to rage, so he does that. As you
Oh,
notice, you notice a humanoid-like spirit with a very Triceratops-looking head floating around him, and it seems to be guarding him as he's just going through this battlefield, and he's just swinging his axe around, fighting all these guys. One guy goes to swing at him and hit, and you notice that the spirit moves in the way and like puts its hands on the blade, and it seems to negate the entire attack.
Nice.
Nani?
Yeah,
Can you not?
it's almost like he's got his own stand, if you know JoJo's. But anyway, so
Flashbacks to when some of the concerts went wild. Cage really beat people up.
but he appears to be like a ghost is assisting him in battle.
Nice.
You notice the ghost is wearing a kimono,
Oh.
and maybe female. You're not sure. But that's all Cage does. Meanwhile, up above. Uh-oh. Did we lose him again? I think Kevin paused it at like the perfect moment, huh?
I know, he looks so grumpy.
He looks like angry video game nerd.
Wait, he's not?
No, he's angry tabletop nerd.
True.
Okay, well, we'll fill them in. The flying beholder shoots some lasers. Let's see, which ones would it shoot? A beam of black cackling energy. Oh, there they went.
Hi.
Shoots, and it hits one of the soldiers, and the soldier, like, you just see like him like flash of light, and you just see like the silhouette of his skeleton on the inside. As you get like an exterminate beam from a Dalek or something, it hits him, kills him.
Oh, wow.
And then another beam shoots out, and it hits you see a laser dragon wormling, and it hits it, and it just like falls asleep in mid-flight.
Jeez.
And the second it hits the ground, it wakes up because it took damage. But that's what the NPCs do. And then it is Visca's turn. I'm not sure what she'd be doing at the moment. So we'll wait on them, I guess.
Well, she's incapacitated, so not much.
Yeah.
Yeah, being attacked by the evil greater deity Romrast, I think is what I gave the name. One that interrupts the connection with the universe. For their own profits.
Do, 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 do.
Whoopsies. I
You
mean,
wanna, like,
I would
hold
skip
your
her turn, but she might finish it off, so I don't want to.
Mm.
I don't want to skip her turn. While you guys are looking through this battle, you notice from the city a few soldiers that look different from the robot ones. They're kind of got most of the robot ones kind of remind you of droids. They seem very basic. They seem to fold up and like unfold themselves, and the gun's like on their back and it just opens. Oh, hello.
Hi.
I can barely hear you. I'm assuming it's from your phone.
Yeah, our internet just totally, like, we can't even see it on our computers anymore.
Wow. Oh. Man, this is like Cloverfield. That's what I'm thinking. Hello?
So,
Hello again.
It's shaky cam over here. Anyway, how's everybody doing?
I'm having a great time.
You notice a few human super soldier like figures. You thought they were human, but you're not quite sure because they're standing well above 8 feet tall.
Hell yeah.
They all have their armor in a dark. It's like navy blue, but it's more dark. And they have orange visors on their. Look like almost like biker helmets, but way more high tech and more for combat. Maybe they got like a HUD in the inside there. You're not quite sure. And you notice them repelling, I guess would be the right word, up the building towards Hertz, or at least where she was. They shot some like weird grapple thing from like a wrist gadget, and they just are reeling themselves upwards up there. And one of them has a sniper rifle, and they just hold it with one hand, and they fire down at the Radicule army below, and they actually headshot some guy that looked like he might have been some kind of commander of a squad of some kind. You're not sure. The one thing that all of them have, they have a very Trojan-like mohawk thing on their helmets.
Nice.
All right, so it is Visca's turn. I'm not sure if you guys can hear us.
We can hear you. Yeah.
Okay.
Don't know how well you can be hearing us, but we at least can have our character sheets up.
Are you okay?
The dragon is still up, correct?
Just barely. It is your turn, though.
And it hasn't flown away.
Well, it would have.
I'm going to use my... Can I not? My bonus action to change my damage on my key sword to necrotic, and I'm gonna stab it. Oh, God, oh, come on! That one.
No!
Roll me a d20. Or no, d100.
Oh.
Looks like every internet went down with the
Nice.
thing in the area.
Oh, cool. I love when that happens.
Because I'm just now starting to see every internet in the neighborhood starting to pop back up onto our Wi-Fi thing.
Sorry, but I'm putting my hotspot on.
Don't worry, we'll fix it momentarily when we feel like it. I mean, it'll cost us money, so we'll probably not do it.
That's Comcast for you. Yeah.
No, don't get me started.
Alright, so I made a little temporary window for you guys.
Okay.
While the rest of us are going to be janked for a bit.
You might be able to pull Zoom back up in a minute. I'm using my phone's internet.
Okay, what do you do in your turn?
Well, I rolled a 1, and my d20 to confirm the 1 was a 9.
Okay. When you continue to go forward into your hit that you did, that pinned him to the ground, I'll say, like, you hit the ground itself.
Mm-hmm.
And you're just like, ow, and you take 1 damage.
Okay.
Then, who's next? I'm pretty sure Yost is next, actually. Yeah, he is. I'm not sure if they can hear us anymore, because they froze.
Uh-huh.
Oh, goshity gosh.
Curse you, Romrast! And your evil divine powers. That's what we need de-fraggers for. Get rid of
That's it.
Romrast.
Yeah.
Oh, who'd be the opposite of Romrast, now that I think about it? Because Romrast interferes with connections with things. What would be the one that tries to keep connections with things?
Yeah, let's see if we can give us a few seconds. Sorry for the technical difficulties. All, like, how many viewers we have?
Probably y'all's network bandwidth is getting saturated from everybody going on their cell phones.
Yeah.
Yeah, it happened last time. Bloopity bloop. Yeah, we might be able to might be back now. Hold on. Oh.
Hi, Ceiling. Oh, bye.
Yeah, my phone now. Oh. Just give me a few moments to flip in. But it's my turn, right?
Yeah.
Oh, there's so many of you.
Whoa, multiple angles.
Oh, God.
It's so
Oh.
Ah, loop.
Hello.
Oh.
That's the sound. That's the sound that Hertz was in.
Apparently, just a thing. If you have, oh, my phone, everything went back on. Give me a sec. What the hell? Okay, so apparently, when you use Zoom's app and you decide just to click off of it, it doesn't leave the meeting. It just goes, screw you, you're still in the meeting.
It just minimizes the window. I think it's your turn.
Sorry about that. Woo! So the dragon's left.
We're blaming The evil deities Garfield and Rombrast were teamed up.
Garfield.
Yep.
So, Dragon,
The evil deity of lasagna. Wait, what?
his brother. What other enemies are close by? We kind of missed 10 minutes there. Sorry.
The enemies didn't really get to do anything because it's only been one round, and they only could do their actions and reactions on the last turn, and they go after you, so they still have not done anything, the soldiers. So right now, still, it's just the dragon and the rider within melee range, at least.
Okay. I'll attack the rider. Not the rider, the dragon.
Okay.
We were trying to leave the rider for
The dragon's head looks really messed up.
It's gonna look up Morse.
You notice
24?
it has 4 eyes, 2 on each side, and one of the eyes is completely caved in, and there's like a clear bludgeoning spot, and she had like an improvised brass knuckle keyblade strike on it.
So 2 hits, unless they're 12 hits. Does 12 hit?
No, it does not
Oh.
hit.
Sorry.
You're rolling an advantage, right?
Hack tactics. I rolled advantage one way or another.
Yep.
Sorry about that. So let's see if I do better. Almost a crit. No, and... Well, the third attack was still only a 13.
Wow.
Oh well, you tried.
Yeah.
Throwing dice everywhere.
We don't get multi-attack or extra attack with the Gigazord mode, do we?
I think everybody does. That's the core class. Extra attack.
No, I'm saying is while we're in the mecha suits for the Mecha Lords, the Gigazord mode, which was the old Exozord mode.
Unless it says you can only do 1 attack a turn, I'm pretty sure you still get that.
It says you may not use any features that are not specifically for your Gigazord. That would be everything I can do.
Okay.
So, like, literally all I can do is stand there and hit one thing per round. And it's that particular line of text I find really, really, really hamstrings that class.
Welcome to my life. Literally, the array of arms, I can't use jack shit from anything else when I'm doing that. That's why it's no De-fragger would ever multi-class. But yeah.
Alpha Z will work on it.
Alpha Z sees that and he's like, "Oh, sorry, that was from the previous patch," and he goes to erase it.
Oh.
Shit.
He's like, "Sorry, I was getting kind of lazy and copy pasted."
32 damage.
Okay, how do you end it on the dragon?
So I pull out my axe, slam it down right into the head, go up again, kind of like a lumberjack, and because the thunder shooting into it, the second attack hits, blows its eyes out as the blood and ichor just shoots from where the eyes would be.
Christ, son.
God damn, you're awesome.
Damn.
And the whole time, I'm, if you could see my eyes, just staring at Robert or whatever his name is.
Reggie. His name is so dorky. I love it.
His name is Reggie Eriks, but it's easier to remember Reggie.
Reggie's way funnier.
It is.
Yeah.
His personality is an asshole.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Oh, I just reduced something to 0. Hold on a sec.
Oh shit, you get a thing for that?
Maybe.
Oh.
I better read that thing again. Come on! Step! Minimize. Anyway.
I keep seeing you like joining and unjoining the Google Doc. This is like whoop whoop whoop.
Yeah, if I move away, it's just like, oh, you don't want to be anywhere near this dock anymore, so I'm gonna go hide in a corner. Okay, I'll use a spear point, move, and hit Reggie. I don't think I'm going to kill him with 1 hit. Definitely hit. Won't do anything when I roll. Oh, advantage. Hold on. 25 hit.
25 does hit.
Yay.
I'm gonna go check on the dog. I
19
get nervous
damage.
when I hear the tags jingling and don't see
So I'm
them.
just like with my battle axe.
What was that? 19? 13?
Yeah, 19. 19 damage.
Okay.
I didn't kill him, did I?
No.
I was like, damn, he went out like a bitch.
And let's see. It is Verm's turn.
Does he look bloodied yet, or is he still hurt but not that badly?
He is definitely bloodied.
Great. Verm is going to point one finger to the sky, call out, "Lyco, change!" And there's going to be a twinkle of light, and down from the heavens shoots Lycosa 2, and then in mid-fall, she's going to start unfolding into the skin of the Exozord, and as it collides with him, he's going to buckle a little bit like the impact got him, but as he stands up, he's going to start getting bigger, and is going to assemble into the Exozord and conjure the Giga Chainglaive. And he is going to begin to wail on Reggie with everything he's got. So, okay. Let's see. Does a 14 hit?
A 14 does not.
Okay. Well, how about a 23?
A 23 does.
Okay. And then lastly, how about a nat fucking 20?
Yeah!
Yay!
No.
Shut up. All right, hang on. Let me roll for damage in the first one before we get into the craziness.
Yeah, he's a Memomancer.
Yes.
You just see that image of no.
Oh.
It's just a
Then
ugly
suddenly Verb
face.
gets shot.
Yeah, Verm gets shafted.
The meme romancer would have a really OP ability. It'd probably only be able to use once a day. It would go, "No, you," and it can just make one attack hit some attacker instead.
I like that. That'd be good. Okay, so that's 13 damage. No, 12 damage, I'm sorry, for the first one. You had something to say?
Yeah, on the no you thing. Counter spell at will.
Oh, I like it.
Well, that's specifically spells. I'm thinking like the martial version of it instead of the spell version.
Yeah.
All right, so let's resolve this nat 20.
Okay.
Fuck him up.
All right.
What did you get in straight 20 roll after that?
Oh, yeah, hang on. Ooh, 15.
Okay, so you do max damage plus damage on top of it.
Okay. So my max damage for one of those is 19.
Ooh, boy, okay.
Plus another 12, 13, 14, 15.
15, let's see. He is
I don't-
still standing, but just barely.
Question.
Yes.
We gain rush attack, which he spends a spirit point to do double the hit dice for damage. Could he use that, which would be a double, which is the maximum, plus what he rolls? It'd be 4 times plus whatever he rolls. Nothing says he can't. You don't have a qual.
my raw.
I mean, doubling that on a crit would be kind of terrifying, considering it's like a crit whenever you want, so...
I think that's why I had you may not use any features, not specifically for the disorder.
Guys, you don't understand. As he's saying that,
Yeah, it goes back.
Document living and open right here next to me on the other screen, and literally he's saying that line popped back in.
You see Alpha Z, and with like one hand, and he's on a keyboard, and it says Control Z.
Just rewriting the code of the universe.
Reality on the fly. It's like, okay, you're a little too good, son.
Now, you could just fix it by saying rush attack
Doesn't work on crit.
works as an, like, you have to declare it as a bonus action or something like that, so it when it's attacked that way. So you could still get multi-attacks as a Giga Sword, but not have that. Just saying, something to alter.
I'm just not gonna fuck with the spirit point this round, and we'll just let him figure out how he wants to debug that.
Just, you killed him. I'll say. I'll just fuck you. You killed him. What do you do?
So
He was at
that
he was at 2
swing-
HP even without that, so he's dead. Just
Holy
Oh.
shit!
Jesus balls. Okay, so with that second swing, it's going to take his head clean off, but it's not going to stop. It's going to actually keep going through the torso and basically saw him partway in half.
ooh.
And he's going to look down at the head as it rolls to the ground, and with his big mecha foot, he's going to stomp on the skull.
I have just become the Red Ranger.
And he's going to look down at him, at his brother's corpse, and he says, "I'm not sorry." And he's going to downshift.
Brutal.
Downshift?
Downshift out of mecha, out of the Mechazord.
Okay.
The Gigazord mode. I'm not demorphing.
Not naked, just out of the Zord.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like to imagine you did the original Megazord thing, where you like slid past him and like decapitated him, and then you turned around and did the stomp or something.
Yeah, and then there was a huge explosion as the dragon and his body exploded.
They exploded
Yeah,
like
that
a
was a
smoke
very-
bomb, not gore, just a smoke bomb.
Right? No,
Yeah.
just little pyrotechnics.
Enemies continue fighting. They look like they are surprisingly still on the field and not fleeing in terror. Gotta give them that.
The side of Verm's helmet is going to go clear for a second, and anybody that's looking in that direction is going to see a really big, scary, toothy grin, like he sees more things to hit.
And you
I
notice
can't feel the whole city at this point.
you see Cage, even though he's fighting very valiantly, he is vastly outnumbered, as he does get hit a few times by both vector swords, which look like a grid line on the edge of a blade on these swords.
That is awesome, and I want
And
one.
I mean, you could take one off the bajillion dead bodies around here.
We'll do after we kill everything.
And laser rifle fire is hitting him as well, because you guys are in the front lines. So he takes a bit. I'll say each one of you gets a laser rifle shot. They're not all attacking you at once per se, but you definitely like, oh shit, and you guys are in the front. So Miss and Visca, I'm pretty sure you got AC 20 or something, right?
18 right now. No, 20, because I still have my shield out, because I haven't used my arms.
Just the beam, just like way above your head. Almost not one. Okay, what's your guys' AC now currently? Now I think about it.
A 19 now.
19.
What is Hertz's?
17.
Okay,
I'm back to having the best AC.
of course. The two
What did I get hit with?
the two rangers are the only two that get hit, of course.
Oh, okay, good. That hurts.
Not Hertz.
That hurts.
For
It always hurts.
a whopping 5 radiant for Verm, and 8 radiant for Yost.
Is Verm's half?
Yes, it is, because it is radiant damage.
You have resistance to radiant damage, so
Right, that's right. So
Only 2 to
4 points.
no.
You said I took 9.
No, I said
Didn't
you took 5.
Yeah,
Originally I took 5 damage? Okay, I heard 9. So 2.
I took 8.
He's going to look very annoyed and see if he can figure out who shot him.
You!
You see extra soldier number 47 over there. I'd have done it.
Oh, he's a red shirt. He's immediately dead.
Oh, yeah. I'm pointing at him. I'm pointing right at him.
You're next, bitches.
And Hertz, someone did fire at you.
Okay.
Well, a few fired at you, but
Missed, I assume.
yeah. It is
I just like dodge and weave out of the way. Gracefully dancing across the sky.
Alright, Hertz. Your turn.
Okay. I'm going to do. I'm going to do confusion on the like an area in the army.
Okay. What do they need to roll for that?
I think it's
Wisdom saving throw.
Okay. DC 16 was it? 17?
15.
Oh, it doesn't matter. My Metal Dice of Doom are not being Metal Dice of Doom tonight. I've been rolling 2s. So.
Yay!
All right. So what do you have them all do for confusion?
No, it's random.
Yeah, I just rolled a d10. Let's see what happens.
Please tell me they attack each other.
Some of them do. There's enough of them within range of that it would be safe to say 10% of them would equal 1.
Oh.
At least one guy.
Okay, so I rolled it. Do you roll that or do I roll that?
I think you're supposed to roll it.
Okay.
I have it open right now, but what'd you get?
I got a 2.
Okay. They were pointing their guns at you, and they just seemed to like sway and waver and kind of look down. Some look down, some look up, some look all around. They don't move or take actions on their next turn.
They're
Nice.
just embraced by like my holy light, just like yeah. Changing out of your ways, you doofuses.
As you see Hertz give off
Being a
this
badass.
spell, you see an aura around her that looks like a 5-pointed star, and that area of effect she did seemed to like go down and hit that spot.
Nice. It's not a star in a circle, just a star.
That's a lot.
I mean, she is a star. They're pretty hot.
You
Just saying.
hear multiple voices, Hertz.
Me? Oh, good.
You hear
That's not normal.
Eh.
your kin are with you.
Oh,
Focus on the beats of the universe, and we'll be on your side. Lost Star Child.
Well then. All right, let's go. Yeah, I think that's my turn.
I just realized I forgot to roll initiative for Lycosa, like you're supposed to do now. So,
It's always easier to make her go on your turn, because then it's like
I'm just gonna have her go on your turn. Don't worry about it.
okay, that's fine.
it kind of also fucks up the like action economy, because like now you're almost doubling how many turns we get before the enemy does.
Hey, I didn't write the rules.
I took it from Revised Ranger. I'm just telling you straight up. That's Revised Ranger Animal Companion. But anyway,
That's how we always do it, because it's easier.
Yep. That's how I do it too. In the end, it's up to whoever's running the show and what they agree with the players and everything. The
I'm easy.
let's see, what is Mr. Cage gonna do? I don't think he
Other
can.
than be a badass.
You see him gore a dude with his horns.
He's
Nice.
badass as a bonus action.
He's badass as a not action.
It's a free action.
That's a free action. Being a badass is a free action.
Let's see what else. Oh, he does get extra attack. So he
Oh,
gores,
sweet.
and then he pulls out a pistol, and it has a full auto setting, and he just goes like a mini Uzi, and just goes with the entire clip.
I love
Holy
him.
shit.
Hertz laughs in the difference because this is
But
badass as hell.
But he looks like he's hurt quite a bit because he's in the middle of the fray.
Oh,
But he's
oh
but he's a hardy boy, so he's probably fine.
No! No!
Visca.
Cool. Alright, so if I can I get...
I will
Go on.
say the current group of enemies in front of you are the ones under the confusion spell.
I'm not so much interested as them. I want to get next to Mr. Cage because I know he's been taking a lot of heat all on his own for a while.
Okay, you move through the group of soldiers that are confused. They cannot move or take actions on their turn, so you can move straight through all their threatened squares, and you get right to him.
Awesome. Me and him, how far away are we would you say, from Yost and Berm?
Your movement.
So 30 feet?
Yeah.
Cool. I'm gonna cast Bless on Verm, Mr. Cage, and Yost. Yeah.
Okay. Anything else?
So
on your
all of
turn?
you, that's all I got.
Okay. That's a D4 for everybody, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. So, Yost.
So, Laser Dragon, Reggie dead, and there's just a horde of enemies.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
A big crowd of them are fumbling around idiots and can't act this turn.
About how many can I hit in a 10 by 30 wave?
Let's see.
They get murderized.
Radius sphere.
12.
If you have the confused group in the middle, 1/3 of the guys you'd hit would just auto fail.
And how many is that? He said
4.
1/3.
That would be 4. Yeah, you could hit 12 guys with an attack.
And how many are there total?
Like on the battlefield, or just in your range?
I think he means within the cone. Oh.
No, just in general. I want to see what numbers I'm looking at.
Give me a perception check. I'll consider this a no action. As you survey the battlefield real quickly.
21.
You're assuming there's probably about 1,000 down here currently.
Holy fuckballs.
Still spilling in, but you know that Atma itself, you see about the same number from them as they're also firing at them.
Okay.
You notice with that, these elite super soldiers that are just hanging off the buildings, and they seem to be shooting from long range. And one actually has like a little blue glowing grenade thing, and it like throws it in a surprising
Please tell me
distance.
it's a sticky grenade.
And you hear like a dink, and it explodes in plasma.
So many of my Retroverse items are themed after Halo weapons. So many.
What, like a blue spider? Get it off!
I'm pretty sure I have the sticky grenade. The energy shield that I made was inspired by theirs. By the ones that the jackals use.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess, why not I just use the ability to take out a bunch. So I run up. You see me jump in the air, scream, Lunar, Psychic, Wave, Crush, come down, and a wave of psychic energy just emits from me, dealing 42 damage, and I need a strength save.
Holy fuck balls.
Okay, when he does this, that wave takes the shape of like a moon crescent, but it's a wave, so it's like sideways
Oh, that's
and goes
best.
outwards.
That
That's so cool.
Moon.
Because it's lunar. So, yeah.
God, you're so
strength.
fucking badass.
Strength.
This guy's just like, whoo! Is it getting hot in here?
And the DM does the one thing that all DMs, why the main reason players only fight a few enemies at once, because the DM
Yeah,
always
you have to
dreads
roll 40
having
fucking...
to roll 12
dex
strength saves. But
They're peons, they all fail.
Yeah, they all take a 10.
a majority of them do fail. 2/3 of them do, I'll say, because the confused ones just failed automatically.
Damage? And those who fail have
42?
disadvantage. 42 damage.
Okay, you kill 2/3 of
okay.
them, but the
What
1/3 of
the
them
heck?
is not. They're still standing.
Okay, those who died also have disadvantage on their next attack.
Okay, Let me roll their death saves. Yeah, they just
Yeah.
died instantly. They got nat ones
Can I
somehow.
spend a spear
Somehow
point?
all 8 of them that died all rolled nat ones in a row. What a coincidence. They just failed their death saves.
A spirit point to double the attack damage.
God.
I think I'm gonna limit that to not special moves.
I figured. I just had to ask.
What
That's
do you mean you let him do 84 damage in one fucking round?
the blue floating head's next to you, and it's got a blue hands with
It's
a blue
just like,
pen and a blue check and a blue pad, and it's just like only for normal attacks. Okay.
I was just remembering those like old cartoons where you'd see the little banker come up and he's got a little handheld calculator and be like, nope, too much damage.
He's using you guys as guinea pigs for this, so it's fine.
I'm gonna just stand up and I'm like,
Yeah, that's pretty much Visca's face for across the battlefield, because this is the first
if
time
you
I've
think
seen
about
this ever.
it's a psychic wave. So it doesn't mean everyone's head just goes.
Yes, actually.
What was the movie?
That or their ears and eyes and nose bleed, and they just fall.
Like in
That's way creepier.
I'll leave it up to you.
I like exploding
what's
head.
it called?
Scanners?
No, it's fuck. This is gonna bother me. I think the spy movie with what's his face. Oh, never mind.
I mean,
I love that movie.
with Nathan Fillion. Not Nathan Fillion. I can't remember. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Continue. It'll come back to me. Go
Hertz,
ahead.
I think it's Worm's turn.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, good. So I am going to gesture to Lycosa, and I'm going to point at the wave of enemies, and I'm going to say, "Feed." And she and I are going to rush to meet the tide, and I am going for Laser Mook number 47, or whoever the fuck it was that shot at me. And I'm going to open with a series of strikes, and I'm going to keep hitting him until he falls.
Okay. You notice that he has a sniper rifle.
Okay. Well, he can suck on this. All right. That's good. That's a good solid hit. That's a 25 for the first one.
Yeah, that hits this lightly armored sniper that was standing behind this confused crowd that he was using as cover.
Oh, I forgot to use bless, but whatever.
Whoops.
Whoops.
I mean, still hit. It doesn't change anything into a crit, so it's not that helpful once you already
No.
hit.
All right. So that's 15 slashing for the first one.
Okay. I hurt him pretty bad.
Okay. And yay. Okay. 27 to hit again on the second one. And that's going to be only 10 damage this time.
Okay, he's almost dead.
I'm going to burn a spirit point to make that turn to 20 damage.
Okay, now he's dead.
And I'm going to use my reaction, the mad kicks, and I'm going to slide down about 10 feet to the next person. And I'm going to go ahead and take my swing on him.
Okay.
Holy shit, son! All right.
Sorry.
I'm impressed by my own moves.
It's a 27 again. Oh my god, I'm loving this. 15 damage.
Okay, he's dead. This guy was a little pleb in comparison.
Okay. Well, and then I'm going to find somebody else that's still in range. And my last swing for my attack chain is going to be an 18 to hit.
That hits.
Okay. And then 15.
Yeah, that kills him too.
All right.
So
So,
you pulled a
like
3.5 greater cleave as you just do one. I'm going to roll it as one solid swipe, and you just kill all of them and all that.
That's beautiful.
That was
That's-
the point of that thing. I wanted to bring cleave back. I really
That's
like
the-
cleave.
Beautiful bean footage. And Lycosa is going to jump at the nearest mook and pounce with a bite attack, and that's going to be a 17 to hit.
That hits.
Okay. Good girl. And that's going to be a d6 plus 5 of piercing. Okay, so 8 piercing damage plus 10 poison.
Okay, the piercing damage.
Sorry. 12 poison.
Piercing damage looked like it almost killed him outright, but the poison finished the job for sure.
Mm-hmm. And that's my turn.
Okay. On that note, I'm not even going to go initiative anymore. You guys see where this battle's heading as you continue to advance, and you actually start winning the fight as all of you push the line back. So while you guys are doing this, we're out of initiative now. Don't worry about it. What are you guys doing to help push back the tide?
I'm mowing the lawn. I mean, just taking big old swings with that chain glaive and just mowing suckers down.
Okay, you notice coming next to you, side by side, are these humanoid soldiers, the ones with the biker helmet things I was talking about with the orange visors. And they seem to flank side by side with you and assist.
If he looks like he needs it, I'm gonna put some healing into Mr. Cage.
Okay, how much do you heal?
I'm gonna use my 2nd level spell. So I need to find another D8, or fuck it, I'll just roll this one twice. Oh, nice. Oh, that's off the table. Holy shit. Okay, hang on. 17 hit points. That's literally my max. I have never rolled that well for a heal from her.
One of his more grievous wounds you completely heal up.
And then after that, I'm just going to use my array of hands and just blender anything that moves.
Okay. And what does Yost do?
Essentially a combo of rallying the soldiers on our side together to get some quick tactics and keeping everyone focused and just asking people many questions when they get too close.
You see they all just take psychic damage when you get close to them. You're not sure why.
Random dragon. Oh shit!
What does Hertz do?
She's like flying above and like playing the most epic rock ballad that you can imagine. And it's just blasting people as far away, like out of the city as possible. Like imagine like the wall of sound, if it can move, just moving them forward like that way. Just
you're like a leaf blower, but the leaves are soldiers.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm kind of imagining like Sauron with that big mace of his before he was defeated in the old days. He just wings and bodies are everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
You notice one of these tall, very muscularly built super soldiers jetpacks up next to you, and it seems to be keeping guard. As you notice a few of these draconic, like humanoid creatures that you remember from when you guys were on Mount Nevsky that had like the light claws. They're like flying and they're like trying to get you, and they got a full, and this super soldier has like this full auto rifle, and they're just like mowing them down and assisting you wherever they can, so you could focus on what you're doing. And it says, and you hear, "Don't worry, I got your back."
Late?
Not that too. I just rewatched that episode today.
And I can't do this voice correctly, but imagine it's like a female Russian voice.
Amazing.
Тебе помочь с этим или ты хочешь просто так выдумывать?
That, yeah, pretty much that. Blake could probably speak very, very basic Russian to you. He's pretty rusty at it, but he used to know Russian.
I literally only know curse words.
And it's okay. There's a lot of them, so
And
we're good.
Hertz can't help but look. And on her check, she got a 22.
Yes.
Definitely very high athletics. She is a super soldier after all.
Woo, yes. She's got that Captain America thing going on, and
You notice one of her legs is prosthetic too.
Ooh.
She has buns of steel.
Bun of steel.
So she's helping you, and this flying beholder mech is also helping you.
Yeah.
So you guys are just like Destiny Warriors-esque going through this, as you guys are just mowing down minions, and you guys are like the hero units of the army, along with these super soldiers and this flying robot and all that.
So cool.
And after a few hours of long, agitated, grueling combat that is war, you eventually drive them out, and they have a demolition team close off the entranceway there, and you notice that a second layer of the dome closes on the underside of the dome, where it was like in the middle where there was like a big hole before, and closes that, and you see them starting to reinforce that as well.
If they need, before they can actually seal up that hole, I can use my shield ability to hold whatever is back there back, if needed.
Okay, cool. Yeah, they definitely accept that assistance. And as it gets to a relative, like, now that you've stopped moving, you just realized how exhausted you all are.
Oh, yeah.
But you didn't realize because you were constantly moving before, but now, like, the second you aren't fighting something, it's just like, oh, and then just, like, that fatigue gets to you.
I'm just gonna turn around and look for wherever Hertz is.
She's gonna land on that building again. And she's gonna kind of, like,
You notice on the top of the building, one of these super soldiers has a sniper rifle, and he's laying prone, and he's just like scouting where you guys were at.
I kick him.
Oh.
Why?
Oh no, is he a good guy?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
Ally at the moment.
I don't know.
I thought he was well.
He's definitely from Atama. Do you kick him? I mean, so is this Russian chick.
God damn it, Ottoman!
He is laying prone with the gun. 27.
Oh,
No,
damn.
I'm just gonna like land.
He's laying prone and that booty is popping.
It's a good punch.
That's wow. It's poor Jesse.
Anyway,
And we're finding butt stashed NPCs now.
It's only NPCs that Hertz sees, okay? That's what matters to her.
It's the Hertz vision. That's
Yeah.
the thing.
This is why you have to be connected to the whole group. Like,
Her star glasses, she goes to like take them off, and they just like look normal, and she like puts them on, and they got like nice butts.
Just booty
Yeah.
everywhere.
booty everywhere. No, she's just gonna land and she's just gonna like,
You can rest. I got your back. You hear from him. He doesn't even look back at you.
she's just like, yeah, thanks, and then she's just gonna like fall back and just like, ugh.
Do I see Hertz collapse on top of a rando building?
You see her fly over there.
I'm heading that way.
You hear, "Grab my hand," from one of the soldiers.
I look down to grab his hand.
You look up. How tall are you?
Oh, I didn't realize I was that close to the building yet. I figured I was walking through a battlefield.
How tall are you?
Tall. I don't know. Hang on. 6'3".
Yeah, he looks like he's probably about 8 feet tall. As he says, "Grab my hand. I'll get us up
Okay.
there."
What is he? Like, is he a...
You're not sure. He's wearing like full armor, and his head's concealed.
Okay.
You see, he has like this weird, like maybe nano weave under armor underneath it too.
Awesome.
And he puts his arm up like this, and a little grapple hook, just like, phew, and you guys grapple up there.
I yell back to the others. I'm gonna find Hertz.
Oh, no, he, like, grapples you up the building to Hertz.
Yeah, no, I was yelling back to Verm and Yost, so they didn't just think I was swinging off into the sunset with some rando in mech armor.
Worst.
Ooh, worst girlfriend ever.
So I assume eventually all of you get up onto the top of the building, right?
Yeah, the Rangers, sweet flip up. Because that's...
Oh, yeah, you guys are so badass.
We'll just say you just Metroid butterfly jump up there somehow.
Just like
I
foreign
was
flip
got
up
my
to the top of a building.
Oh, yeah. Vern just flying boots up there. And you guys go to take a rest as everything seems to be relatively calming down, at least on your end. There are definitely, like, engineers, soldiers, and stuff trying to seal off the exits, and they're trying to rebuff their security now that they have a chance to. When this flying beholder flies over to the roof you guys are at, and it lands, and this lady goes to walk out.
Before said lady walks out, right after I'd rolled up and laid down next to Hertz, I'm gonna put into your hand the necklace with the unicorn tears in it, and say, "You're my inspiration too. We couldn't do this without you, hun." God damn it, Kevin.
She just like turns to you and she's just like dumbstruck.
And then Visca just collapses backwards because I've been running around and
Yeah, I imagine they were both laying on her
4
back.
hours.
And I was just like, ah.
yeah, there's just like a really heavy thunk.
One of these soldiers goes over to, I guess, Verm, and gives him the device and says, "Press this button and throw it on the ground. We'll cover you."
Not in the habit of pushing buttons and running away without knowing what it does.
It's a deployable shelter device.
Oh my god, it's a 10 in the box. I love it.
Capsule core.
Yeah, so
It's
who's
like
gonna go ahead and pop
it's
that
like the
open?
size. It's like kind of like a walkie-talkie kind of looking thing, and you just like you throw it on the ground, and just like you hear like a whoa, and then like a sphere goes around all of you, and it functions like Liamin's tiny hut. So
I
you guys-
love it so much.
Oh.
You're a shelter better.
Yeah, but you take what you can get, okay? I just now got third level spells, alright?
And we're gonna end the episode there because we should have ended like.
Oh my god.
Okay. We won't. Calm down.
I have one last thing that I had intended to do before Soldier Boy walked up with the hut box.
Make out with Hertz.
No, actually.
Oh, damn, we broke out his mic.
After Visca drops off the necklace with the unicorn tears, the focus is going to shift away, and you're going to see Verm kind of leaning on the pole arm of his glaive. But he's going to walk over, and he's not going to say anything, but he's going to stand nose to chest with Hertz, and he's just going to fold her up in his arms and hug her for the longest time.
No.
And there's where we end the episode.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, I got a lot of tweaking to do
it.
for next episode. But that was a perfect playground to test these out. So.
Yes.
Amazing.
I wanted to cry more, but that's fine.
Oh, next time there will be plenty of time for that.
Yeah. Gonna be great. Gonna be great. I'm excited.
It was a lot of fun mowing through those goons.
I
It
wish
was.
I could have done more.
I hadn't realized how much more powerful we had gotten in just those 2 levels, because it was only like a level or 2 ago that we faced Reggie and that dragon before, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And there were even more of us there, and they still fucked us up.
Mm-hmm. Well, she got off a really good shot with that sonic wall.
Freaking news,
That's
Hertz
true.
still is useless. So there you go.
Huh?
Hertz is still useless. So
On the contrary, you softened up both of them for us.
You grounded them. The fact you grounded them helped them significantly. I'll tell you that.
I couldn't do jack shit to them if they were flying.
I like how you grounded them too.
Yeah.
I fly.
We're all-
No, you don't.
I love that. That's the best feat I've ever taken.
I think 3 of us actually had that grounding denial because she started it. I did the shield bash, and then she followed up with the keyblade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, do we have any plugs before we end the show tonight?
You can go first.
Go right ahead.
Go for it.
Okay. This Sunday and every Sunday, I play on Dungeon Academy, where I play a very cute gnome who just wants to make friends and is definitely not getting any action next week. And
Subtle.
what?
Subtle.
Anyway, and
Like a gunshot.
Ellen is probably gonna be back next Wednesday, I hope. I need to learn how to edit, but hopefully it'll be back and we'll be flying straight through to Halloween. It's gonna be awesome. I'm excited. And last episode got real crazy. All of us. Woo! It's a good time. Hunter gets shot in the. And what was it? I can't even remember.
Soup kitchen.
Yeah, Hunter gets shot in the soup kitchen.
I did.
Are you
got
actually?
shot?
Are you actually going with that title?
I like the other one better.
Yeah, it's episode 7, episode 6. Hunter gets shot.
No, the
Okay, imagine episode 13 where you guys had Danny Sexbang and Ninja Brian show up. That was
Yeah.
pretty much the last episode for Written in
That's
Stone.
raunchy and more just stupid talking with each other.
Oh yeah. It was the same level of like not serious at all.
Nice.
It was fantastic. It was a good episode. So, yeah, soon. Coming to your whatever I put it on because I found a new place to put everything on audio. So.
Coming to your eyeballs and eardrums.
Still on YouTube because I prefer that because it's easier for me.
I can still put it on YouTube, but also I have,
Yeah.
I found a new
Podcast service.
podcast service that is free, and I'm very excited about it. So that
Awesome.
means that you can listen to it on your phone and stuff. So and it's actually you can download it, so you can listen to it offline too.
Ooh.
Cool.
Great.
Let's see.
That's me, and I'm also here, wanting to have drama and cry, but every time they fight and try to be badasses.
Well, the fight for now is over.
So that's me. All right, go on.
I'm not sure if I should go because I think everyone else here's plugs is for
The
like
same
tomorrow
stuff, yeah.
and Sunday.
Yeah.
Yeah, tomorrow, steampunk.
The Slayers.
The Slayers.
The
Not
Slayers
the
of
end,
Mortius.
which is superior, but it's 7:30
7 o'clock.
It's 7 o'clock.
Eastern Standard Time. All but Aya's playing in that.
Yeah.
Why aren't you playing in our steampunk, huh?
Because nobody invited me. Actually, I was invited. I have a life, guys.
What?
We'll
What
hit
is
you
this
up.
life?
We might
Oh, see how it is.
for a
Okay.
guest character soon.
Yes,
And
I would
then-
love to come play with you though.
And
Yeah.
then Sunday morning, 9 Eastern Standard, my Dragon Heist, the Reign of Misrule or Lords of Misrule?
Reign
I
of
can't
Misrule.
remember. Yeah, yes, I DM it, and I do not know the name of the series.
Well, we made a vote on it from the group chat,
Yeah, everyone voted.
except the DM probably.
Yeah, I think I kind of like came into the thing after everyone was like, "This is it, we're going with it." I'm like, "Hey, going with what?" But
It has most votes.
I
Yeah.
don't understand.
So
But,
we'll get some of Jesse singing, and we'll get some of me playing my first Tiefling boy, who is probably the biggest headache any DM could have when it comes to trying to get.
He's the
trying to
biggest
get-
headache any
Sure keeps
fellow
the story
player
going.
could have.
And
Oh,
Sunday
okay.
they will be doing their first job to try and become potential Grey Hens, which is the rookie version of Force Grey with Farja, Varjo, I
And-
think. The new
and-
black staff. I gotta
And
look up
maybe
pronunciation.
also setting up the stuff that we totally haven't spent a shitload of time working on building a tavern.
Still have to work on that. Maybe meet the neighbors.
I can't wait. The neighbors
Welcome
are so
to
cool.
the neighborhood, my friends.
Okay, why'd you
Yeah.
make it creepy? Now I'm creeped out.
But yes, yes, we'll be doing that Sunday 9 a.m. Eastern
Yep.
Standard.
Oh, 900 Eastern Standard.
So
Yeah.
wake up nice and early, get your cup of coffee, and join us on our little shenanigans in Waterdeep.
Yeah.
I can finally probably watch it because I'm not gonna, like, be traveling anymore.
Oh, it'll be so cool.
You should maybe join. Get
Yeah.
in everyone. That way we're all in it. And you play all Sunday.
Come on, join it. All the cool kids are doing it. Come on.
I'll come, be a bother. I'll play Drillaxle.
Come play with us, Haya.
And
I'll-
ever,
I'll just-
and ever.
I imagine that I would play Drillaxle the way I play Set.
We don't have a rogue yet.
We don't?
He's not actually a rogue. His name is just Rogue. I know. It's
Wait.
so weird.
That's confusing.
But he's a bard, which is the closest thing to a rogue that is, except it's not.
And
I don't get sneak attack, but I do get expertise.
Oddly enough, I don't remember anyone's class. Like, half the time, I think one of our players, Alexis playing Violet, is a barbarian because
She's a
she's an
paladin.
orc.
racism, yeah.
I was yelling so much about finally getting key. You don't remember that my character's a drunken monk?
I sometimes just think you're a fighter.
Priorities with that
We
that
should
are
probably
universe.
turn this off, so...
Yeah.
Yeah. One more thing.
Yeah.
One more thing. In case you don't get enough Dragon Heist out of that, I will be playing Dragon Heist tomorrow at 3 o'clock Eastern Standard Time on PowerScore RPG's channel.
The kids! Yay! I love... oh my god.
As our roguish band of Chaos. I think we're going with the Chaos Squad. We'll be,
Dylan told me...
Yeah.
Anarchy
his,
Assembly.
His,
ooh, yeah, let's go with that.
the name of what you're gonna turn the house into, and I love it. It's great.
It's called Anarchy Assembly, and then whenever you have a group meeting, it's just called an AA meeting.
Okay, we're gonna have to run that by Dylan, because I think that is awesome. And Sean really appreciates those kind of puns.
Oh
So,
my god, he...
yeah. But yeah, we'll end this here, and we'll join you all next week.
Bye! Or tomorrow. Have a good
Oh,
night.
yeah. Well, next week for Retroverse.